Hello everyone, and Ofi is apparently very excited for this today. Should I be worried? Hi Mikael, should I be worried about this?
Nothing bad ever happens in Rokkenjima. What are you talking about?
No, it's not like in chapter 1 everyone died. No.
Well, only
be worried,
one way
yes,
to find
yeah,
out.
I mean. Oh, also, I wanted to say this earlier, but you know,
right.
better to say it live, in my opinion. But yeah, I was thinking, since this time Butler surrendered, what if he dies in the chop? I mean, not in the outside, in the inside. How do we call it? In the internal layer.
Yes.
Okay.
You can say game layer.
In the game
and
layer.
External layer.
Okay, yeah. What if in the game layer he dies this time? I mean, he literally surrendered outside. So
I'm not gonna answer to that.
I was thinking that. And also, I mean, he's in the mix like everybody else. So why wouldn't be allowed to die? He just got lucky first chapter. So could be.
I'm up all night to get lucky. I mean, they are basically up all night.
Oh yeah, they are up all night, and also to get lucky to do not die, maybe, but yeah, kinda.
Rudetto. To win the Rudetto, you must
Rudetto.
be lucky.
The CV is not ready for what's about to come. It's night watching your streams. Oh no, am I gonna die? Oh well.
I don't think so. Not yet, at least.
Oh well. Also, apart that, by the way, that's my like hypothesis. By the way, apart that, I literally have no idea where this chapter is going, because I mean, okay, there's Rosa that's alive with the gun, which is like the worst person I should have a gun.
Yes.
Jessica's dead this time. Servants. Kanon died. Shannon is incredibly alive. And also George. They had like a death flag as big as a house on their heads, but for now they're still alive.
Wait. Kanon is dead, technically.
No, I said Shannon.
Kanon.
Shannon.
Oh, sorry, I understood Kanon. I was confused.
Shannon. Also, have you read today's title?
No, wait. No, stop! Stop doing that.
I was like straight off. He didn't say anything about today's title. Okay, no. Okay, though, listen to me. Search on Google. Everyone in chat, search on Google. Kanon with a K and then chair. You're gonna find a chair named Kanon, and he is furniture. So that makes sense. I said it first. It's Kanon with a C. He's a chair. I didn't say that. I didn't say that. The internet said that, so it's true. There's no lies on the internet, of course.
Sure.
Of course.
God damn it.
Shannon appears to be a sofa. See, everything makes sense. They are furniture.
Oh my god, stop.
Really? No.
Wait,
okay.
Shannon is a sofa? What?
Let me see. I need to Google it. Okay, give me 2 seconds.
No, wait. Oh, also be careful about this. Oh my god, it is a sofa.
If I search sofa, I'm gonna find sofa. Don't worry. It is the sofa.
Okay.
Shannon corner. I love the sofa. See? Makes sense. Makes sense.
What is Genji?
Don't know if you're gonna find something called Genji, but it could be.
Oh my god, there's another chair named Genji. I have no words.
Oh well.
There's another chair.
Oh well.
Wait, what? Okay.
By the way, okay. He's yet another. Yeah, I mean it's a smaller. Kanon is a smaller version of Genji, so
Genji.
makes sense. I guess maybe it's a smaller chair.
Oh my god. Sorry, I'm gonna do some weird faces for a second.
You good?
Okay.
Yeah. You having a stroke?
No, no. We are fine.
Oh, okay. Okay. By the way, we can start, I'd say. By the way, apart that... Ping pong, ping pong. Apart that, I have...
Yes?
Oh, I clicked start by mistake.
Clicked.
I think
okay.
I think I clicked totally by mistake instead of load.
ほら、ジョージ様、見てください。
Title back. Yes.
Look how cute she is.
Yeah, look how dead she's gonna be. Beep bong. There we go.
パン、パン。
Beep bong.
信じられない。
Okay, so let me remind what happened. Kanon was zombified by Beatrice. No one believed that. Yada yada. George is with Shannon right now, and all the others are in the dining room.
In the parlor.
Parlor. Yeah, dining room, parlor. More or less the same thing. There
was a nice long speech by Rosa who was trying to say, oh,
真相だというのかい。
yeah, well,
yeah, and all of that
when there
was
rains
fake.
stuff.
Yeah.
That was fake.
Yeah. And that's it, basically. Yeah. Okay. Okay. The man is right, it is brutal. Yeah, I know. I only speak the truth. As harsh as it may be. Oh, you read, Offie? Also not right now.
Sure.
But in general.
Yes, I can read.
はい。
Okay, yeah, this was
Oh,
Beatrice,
right.
definitely.
Oh, yeah, and of course, Butler.
But
resigned.
surrendered, yes.
Surrendered.
私たちは見たままのことをお話ししています。
George folded his arms and started mumbling again. And the kitchen was once again wrapped in a long silence.
ジョージ様がにわかには信じられない気持ちも私はよくわかります。何しろこの目で確かに見たはずの私ですらあれが何だったのかわからなくなる。私は確かに見た。そして取っ組み合いまでしたはずなんです。なのにあれが全部幻だったような気すらする。
なるほどね。あのローザおばさんに詳しく話せないわけだ。
Well, how do you explain that to someone?
今の話を本当にしてたら、もっと面倒なトラブルになっていただろうね。
Yep.
なるほど。源氏さんが随分冷静な対応をしていたのが分かりました。
私に それを説明するだけの力があればよかったのですが。
George had not actually seen it, and even when pressed to believe, he just couldn't imagine it. It was only natural. Because even the people who had actually seen it had given up asking themselves what it was.
話を少し巻き戻すよ。シャノンはカノン君が偽物かもしれないと思った時、クモの巣を取ってきたと言ったね。どうしてそんなことを？
そうだ。それは私も思
Oh,
っていま
okay,
し
it's
た。
gonna be explained. Okay.
どうしてクモの巣だったん
Of
で
course,
す？
like everything.
Oh,
Why I'm
that's
even
nice.
surprised.
前に熊沢さんに聞いたこと、大昔の六軒島には悪霊が住んでいて、その雲の巣を恐れたって、それで雲の巣を魔除けと尊んで大切にしたという昔話があるんだそうです。
Could still also be because of Beatrice, since I mean, if she's on Rockenjima, she's been on Rockenjima for like 1,000 of years or something like that. 1,000 year. It could be because of that, and also would make sense with the butterflies thing, as I said last time. Butterflies, spiders, you know.
Yes, I like that explanation.
それでそのとっさに私も少し混乱していたんだと思います。
そんな話が。熊沢はそういう昔話に詳しかったな。
クモは液中ですからね。確かにそういう信仰があってもおかしくないかもしれない。
きっとその悪霊の力をあの鳥居の祠が封じ込めてたんだと思います。
Shannon, what? Whose idea was to break the mirror that was inside the shrine?
Let's see.
Shannon, who was the idea to do that? Huh? Maybe it was there for a reason? Just saying, I don't know.
そして霊境が割られたのでその力が蘇っ
Oh,
て、
was broken, like someone else broke it, okay.
ベアトリーチェ様を蘇らせる力となってしまったに違いないのです。私が心の弱かった私があんな大それたこと
Oh,
をしなけれ
okay.
ば。
At least she's admitting it though. Okay.
シャノン、その話はもうしなくても大丈夫だよ。僕は君を責めたりなんかしない。
Oh, he knows?
Since long ago, Shannon had often suggested that there was some kind of occult cause for her meeting with George. After listening to her, George had grown to think that she was being a typical girl, associating love with fate, chance, and miracles. He did think that smashing the spirit mirror offered at the Tori shrine was taking it a bit far.
Just a bit.
But he laughed it off and forgiven her, thinking of it just as a prank that showed how serious she was about her relationship with him. Just breaking a mirror in some musty shrine wouldn't have changed the fate of our meeting. And it would never cause any curse.
No.
No. He tried to cheer her up, saying it was only a musty mirror covered in dust.
ベアトリーチェ様という霊のような存在がいるという話、最初はバカバカしいと思っていましたが、それを批判するとなんだか不謹慎そうな空気があったもので、私も表向きは信じているように振る舞っていきました。しかしまさか本当に
いたんです。ベアトリーチェ様はずっとこのお屋敷におられたんです。でもベアトリーチェ様は力を失っておられて、私たちの前に姿を現すことができなかった。ずっといた。私たちが見えなかっただけなんです。
源氏さんの意見を聞きたいです。
私には何も意見はありません。 一つだけ申し上げたいのは、私たちはあの時、ここに5人いた。
You're allowed to have an opinion, Genji, you know? Okay.
そしてカノンが勝手口から帰ってきたと思った。そして使用人室に運び、
One moment, because
Yes?
you're very low for me
No.
on volume, but just for me.
Oh.
It's the game that's
Maybe I'm...
it's covering your voice a little bit.
I felt the game was a little bit too... Not too loud, but louder than usual.
Did you think I touched anything? Because it's exactly as I left it last time.
Of course.
But for some reason, the audio
For some
said, you know what? I don't feel like being like last time. Let's change everything.
Of course.
If you think I touched anything, think again, because I didn't. By the way, I lowered everything, the game a little bit, and made it a little bit louder. So let's just
Okay.
see how it goes.
何かが起こって南條先生と熊沢が帰らぬ人となってしまった。
Also, chat, tell me if audio is okay for you. If you have any problem, just tell me, please.
それだけです。私たちは見たものをすでに全て説明しました。それを見ていないジョージ様に信じろというのはとても無理な話だと理解しています。
信じられるわけがない。あれは間違いなくカノンさんだと思った。でもあいつがベッドから起き上がって、そうこんな風にしながら胸の傷をまさぐり始めた時、こいつはカノンさんじゃない、誰か別の存在なんだと直感しました。
Yeah.
ジョージ様にはわからないでしょう。よく知っていると思っていた人物が実は別人であることをさらけ出した瞬間の恐ろしさというものは説明できない。とても説明できるわけがない。
わかるよ。郷田さんがそれほどまでにショックを受けるどんな恐ろしいことがあったのか。
ありがとうございます、ジョージ様。
And they fell silent again. Shannon kept crying, no matter how many times she was consoled. Thinking that listening to the witch's sweet whispers and breaking the spirit mirror on that day had been the mistake that ruined everything.
Oh, I click. Okay.
君に囁いたという魔女はその鏡があると力を失うんだね。
少し説明してくれた気がしますが、よく覚えていません。あの鏡があると力が出せないというようなことを言っていたと思います。
君が割ったというその鏡はどうしたの？
覚えていません。多分割ったまま立ち去りましたから、そのままそこに残ってたでしょう。
ということは岩礁が雷で撃たれて消えたとかいう時に海の底か。まあ拾って接着剤で貼り付けたところで、
Yes,
ご利益は戻らないだろうけどね。
You could use another mirror, though. Fun fact. Trapping spirits in a mirror is a popular credence of many different countries. So, that's probably the thing. It's like kinda all over the world, that thing. Like for ghosts and many other
I mean, that
spiritual
makes sense.
things. It's because probably the mirrors are always seen as something magical because you see yourself in it and it's like another world or stuff like that.
Would make sense.
私は
Why are you laughing, George?
なんてこと。
ごめん、失言した。
Oh well.
He didn't know if Shannon breaking the mirror really had started all this off. Though the servants didn't blame Shannon, they all seemed to believe that her actions had been the root cause. But even now, George wasn't able to go that far. All this talk about witches and evil spirits just sounded fake to him, even though he was trying to be open-minded. Even so, he listened seriously to Shannon's story, trying to find a hint that might relieve at least a little of the pain in her heart.
そういえば、その鳥居にあったものとは違うでしょ。奥様がお守りとして霊鏡をお持ちになっていると聞いたことがあります。
Who's Madam in this case? In this situation here?
Natsuhi.
Natsuhi? Oh, okay.
Natsuhi.
夏日おばさんが？
はい、おじい様の形見分けか何かでもらったものだそう
What
で、
is happening?
とても強い魔除けの力を持つ。
Off you
由緒
good?
正しい。
I should be fine.
Me too, but it could be steam. I don't know.
It's okay. We are going to finish this chapter, even though we are going to be PNGs at some point. I don't care.
Yeah, me neither. So if anything happens, we're just gonna transform into PNGs and, you know.
Continue.
Okay. Word against magic.
霊
Yeah.
鏡だとかなんとか。
同じ話は
It's a good
私も聞いた
strategy.
ことがある。
But we are correct.
良くないものを反射して弾き返す力があるのだとか。
See? Of course, the thunder right now.
その霊鏡があれば、魔女のベアトリーチェに対抗できるか。
Okay. Answer to your question, George. One, I bet it's not gonna be that simple. Two, there's probably some convoluted ritual to use something like that. So, yes, but.
When George proposed this, the servants looked up.
This we heard it. We heard, right? I remember.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. I love this soundtrack so much.
祀っていた鳥居と祠はもうないかもしれないけれど、霊鏡がもう一枚あるのは重要なことだよ。夏日おばさんの実家は神職にも通じていると聞いたことがある。それは本当に単なる鏡ではないかもしれない。
Oh, okay.
確か奥様は宝物箱に入れて大事にしまっているとおっしゃっていたような気がします。
Wait,
そんなに大きいものではないのかもしれません。
there's one thing I don't remember. Was it in chapter 1 that Natsuhi told Jessica that she was going to give her something very important later in exchange
Oh,
of her,
yes. It could have been that.
It was this. It was going to be this, I think.
Could be. If she had the mirror in chapter 2, she wouldn't have died, probably.
Yeah.
Oh well.
Oh well.
大きさの問題ではなかったと思います。私が割った鏡も一見大したことのない小さな鏡に見えました。
相手がオカルトなら、こちらもオカルトの手段で対抗するしかない。
Okay. No, yeah. I'm adjusting volume for the music. Now that there's a music with a certain loud moment, I was
It's
I
okay.
just in it. I said this is the right moment. Okay.
I thought something broke again.
No.
Like the mirror.
ただこうして座っていても何も解決しない。単なる気休めだとしてもやってみる価値はあるよ。
Of course, this didn't mean George had accepted the witch. However, he thought it'd be necessary to have some kind of purification ceremony to heal the wounds in Shannon's heart. So the story about Natsuhi's spirit mirror was really convenient.
行こう。魔女をやっつけようなんて大それたことは言わないよ。でも魔女から身を守る魔除けがあってもいいと思う。
Ah, George.
Yeah. Is that?
前にマリアちゃんに聞いたんだけど、おじい様の部屋の扉は強力な魔除けが施されているんでしょ。さすがおじい様だね。オカルトに対する防御も十分だったわけだ。行こう。夏日おばさんの部屋へ。
しかし奥様の部屋には鍵がかかっている
Don't
と
you
思いま
guys
す。
have the? Oh no, that's right.
Not anymore.
Not anymore.
Rosa has them.
Rosa has them.
マスターキーはローザ様にキーボックスのある使用人室も施錠されてしまいましたし。
ならばその鍵は夏日おばさんが持ち歩いているはず。
Oh. Yeah.
礼拝堂にはまだ夏日おばさんの遺体があるはずだ。警察が来る前に勝手にいじってしまうのは悪いことだけれど、それについてはちゃんと説明しよう。
Oh yeah, police. Sorry, we had to get this mirror because we wanted to kill a witch with that. So don't worry too much about it. Just yes, definitely just explanation. Police is definitely gonna believe that. Yes, of course.
Yeah, sure.
しかし礼拝堂の入り口も鍵がかけられております。
ゴーダさんの腕力じゃガラス一枚割れないのかい？
You could also break the door if that's the case, but
George
doesn't
give a shit.
大切な礼拝堂の窓を破ってしまっても
who cares?
その
おじい様に怒られるときは僕が責任を持
Yeah.
つよ。
Okay. Good choice, George.
僕はもともと今日後ろ宮家の全員と戦うつもりでいた。
Oh, okay.
君との婚約を許してもらうためにね。だから元よりその覚悟はある。ガラスを割ろう。そして夏日おばさんの遺体から鍵を借りよう。
George's announcement that he'd take full responsibility seemed to have given the servants a great deal of courage. I mean, Shannon and Goda looked at each other, then looked at George's face again.
オカルトに詳しいおじい様だもの。夏日おばさんの霊境の力だってきっと理解してくれる。大
I
丈
mean,
夫。怒られたりなんかしない。
Suppose that you're supposing that Kinzo is gonna help you. That's your problem here, George.
oh.
Because I don't think he will. He wants for Beatrice to come back, and if she doesn't kill people, she's not gonna be back.
I mean, there's
貴様の鏡で
Is
no,
that?
not enough. No,
It's not enough people yet.
nothing. I was about to say there's Rosa, Arya, and Butler in the parlor, but here in this room, there are 5 people: Shannon, Goda, George, Kumasawa, and 4 people.
Shannon, Goda,
So-
Kumasawa, George, yes.
Genji.
Genji,
Genji.
5.
I
Shannon,
didn't
Goda,
count Genji. Sorry.
Kumasawa, Genji, George. Yeah, 5.
Genji. 5. Okay.
5.
Sorry, Genji.
本当にベアトリーチェ様をもう一度封じることができるでしょうか。
わからない。でも試す価値はあると思う。
Hmm.
なら行こ 表はどんどん暗くなっちゃうよ。急ごう。シャノンは懐中電灯を、ゴーダさんはガラスを割れそうな道具を、ゲンジさんはすみません、傘の用意をお願いします。
はい。
God, you could use like a frying pan to break the glass.
I mean, the servants who had been rejected by Rosa gained a new master and started to move. George, who was normally calm and gentle, was now radiating dignity. Shannon checked the emergency flashlight. Just in case, she changed the batteries. Goda was testing several cooking tools. Normally, a highly praised chef like him wouldn't want to use them for something other than their intended purpose. But now he was frantic to fulfill the orders of the one who he accepted as his master. After some worrying, he took a large, thick-feeling frying pan.
I was right. The frying pan is always a good idea. It could also be a good weapon.
Yes.
If it's big enough. Yeah, I mean, it could definitely work.
Genji removed several umbrellas from the umbrella stand set in the corner near the kitchen door. He took 3 of them.
ゲンジさん、
私はご一緒できません。ご用命の時に全員がいないようなことがあった。後ろ見分けし、
そんな源氏さん、今のこの屋敷で一人でいることがどれだけ危険か。
私はいけない。親方様からいつお呼び出しがあってもいい。
I see.
私はここにいなくて。
Genji, we don't deserve you.
言ってジョージ様にお仕えするよう。くれぐれも粗相のないよう。ゴーダ、手本となるようよろしく頼む。
は、お任せください。
必ずやお役目を果たします。
本当にいいんですね、ゲンジさん。
はい、私はもうこの年です。今日までの人生は全て親子、このような老いぼれがどうなろうと全てはルーレットの飯だ。私はどのような結果が出るのかをここに座って見届けたいと思います。
As Genji said that, he sat down. As though saying that he didn't intend to discuss this anymore, his gaze fell to the chessboard that he played the Nanjo on. When George saw this, he decided to leave Genji there.
行こう、みんな。今は少し風もおとなしいみたいだ。
When George took an umbrella and dashed down the hallway, Shannon and Goda chased after him, each holding a tool.
What's happening? Oh, okay.
After they flew out of the room, Genji quietly stretched his hand out to the side of the chessboard. He softly pulled something there towards himself, covering it with his palm.
Knife?
Genji killed his breathing even more than before. As he did, something flashed gold.
Oh.
From inside an ice pail set on the counter, a small gold butterfly appeared softly and silently. It was almost as though it had seen George and the rest off, and was trying to secretly chase after them.
Wait. What's an ice pail?
I don't want to like a pick. In my mind, it's like an ice pick, but I'm going
check.
to look it up.
Ice pail set.
Oh.
Oh, it's the bucket with the ice and the glasses, all that stuff.
I see.
To put bottles
those
and
fancy ones.
yeah, the
Yes.
fancy, to put the fancy bottles of like wine or stuff like that. I see.
Yeah.
of him.
Yes, it was almost as though he had seen George and the rest off and was trying to secretly chase after them. I was confused because I already read this.
Oh, well, I thought you
okay,
didn't.
it's okay.
That's okay.
It happened in an instant. The elegant gold butterfly, flapping its wings, was pinned against the wall by the knife Genji threw, just like a butterfly in a bug collection.
Whoa, okay.
After the gold butterfly beat its wings several times, looking like it was in pain, it accepted the fact that it couldn't break free, became fine gold powder and smoke, and disappeared as though it had melted into water. Genji still gazed down at the chessboard as though nothing had happened.
Real ninja.
Maybe he would think up a brilliant move very soon. But no matter what move he made, his opponent would not be able to respond for all eternity. Even though he knew that, Genji searched for a brilliant move. It must have been the perfect way to kill time during the short period before some fate would be given to him. He didn't know what result the roulette would bring about.
Oh, that's why I clicked outside by mistake. Okay.
But that decision would be made very soon. No one could interfere with the tumbling roulette ball. The door to the parlor was not only locked, but blocked with a barricade made of sofas and the like.
Mm-hmm.
Because of that, Aunt seemed to suspect that any suspicious person approaching would break in through the window.
A sofa's definitely gonna stop paying attention. It's her weaknesses. Definitely.
Oh, is that why she killed the Kanon instead of Shannon? Because Shannon...
Because Canon's a share. Couldn't kill Shannon. Sofa. Makes sense. See? See? Everything makes sense.
Sitting on one person's sofa, her back to the door, she continued to hold on to her gun. I didn't know what she... Well, wait, what? I didn't know what was what anymore. I didn't know what was what anymore. I didn't know my body and mind were run out. I played with Maria as she wanted. I don't know what is what anymore either. What's a sentence?
Okay.
Maria è Sarito. Beatrice was testing us to see if we could solve the epitaph of the gold, so we had to try and figure out this riddle.
Finally, that was the master plan along the sofa. Yeah, see?
In the beginning, I was a little interested and tried to solve it, but I didn't even have a clue where to start in this weird text. See, even Butter doesn't know. I didn't doubt that there were some riddle hidden in there, but I seriously doubted I'd be able to suddenly leap to an answer. In the middle part of the epitaph, there were the lines going from the 1st to the 10th twilight, telling us to journey to the Golden Land. On the first twilight, offer the 6 chosen by the key as sacrifices. On the second twilight, those who remain shall tear apart the 2 who are close. It was obvious that this hinted at the first 6 murders that had already occurred in the chapel, and Jessica and Kanon Kun's murders.
I just realized something that for some reason I'd never thought about it, but after the 6 chosen by the key, what's the key? Or who's the key?
That's important. in the actual riddle solving part, that's important.
I would have, if I would have a guess, but I don't know if it's real or not. But if I had to choose someone now, for what I know, I would say Maria. It's the one that makes the most sense. At least at the moment.
Since
but
she's an ambassador for Beatrice.
yeah, she probably even Maria consider herself like her apprentice or something. Hi Astra, welcome. So if I had to choose someone between the people that the character that I know, I would say her, but I don't know.
Okay. If this was being followed, we still had to be prepared for 5 more people to be killed. On the 4th twilight, gouge the head and kill. On the 5th twilight, gouge the chest and kill. On the 6th twilight, gouge the stomach and kill. On the 7th twilight, gouge the knee and kill. On the 8th twilight, gouge the leg and kill. Dr. Nanja and Kumasawa Bachan's corpses still hadn't been found. However, if this follows the pattern and they're the sacrifices for the 4th and 5th twilights, they'll surely be found in a pitiful state with their head and chest gouged.
I don't remember how they got hit by Kanon. No, Nanjo's throat was being slit. So
exactly.
Kumasawa, I don't remember.
Wait,
Maybe it says it here.
I think so. Throat.
Yeah.
Still throat. Can you show Jessica to me for a second? Upper, okay. Okay. Nope, not gonna say anything then.
She got hit on the back.
Yes. But she's not one of those sacrifices that said
Yeah, it's not one of those.
Kill.
Yeah.
So,
she's the separate the two that are close.
yes.
These one, the adults here are the first 6.
So there's no specific point. Can you show Kanon to me?
Yes.
Please?
Kanon was hit
Nothing.
in the chest, though. That we know. Remember the...
We know, but that's not what I'm looking for.
Okay.
So I can't say anything.
You cannot say, okay.
No. It's a secret instrument that is going to be useful for later.
Ah, lo strumentapolo misterioso. Mm-hmm.
Esatto.
Cannot, this doesn't make this. It could have. Could it be that the, you know, the beep boop pop boop pop beep boop pop boop goes to the chest and kill? Could it be that you could do it even if they're dead? Hit them in that specific point, but it wouldn't make much sense though, because it goes to the head and kill. Like you have to do that in order. So I don't know.
I don't know. I know.
I mean, it is kind of not very specific, so it could be that it is like that. I don't really know. By the way,
It's too early. So, we can expect that 3 more of us will be gouged in the stomach, knee, and leg and killed. Who will it be?
George. One of these 3 is George, definitely.
I looked around the room, noticing that there were 3 people here, but...
He's actually trying to fight Beatrice, so it's not gonna end well. It's definitely not gonna end well.
How should I put it? My emotions seemed paralyzed. Strangely, I didn't feel frightened. As I leaned against the sofa with the top part of my body, gazing up at the ceiling, Maria noticed. Apparently, she felt I was lacking off in my riddle solving. She got mad at me for not taking this seriously enough.
なあ、マリア。ベアトリーチェは確か、これを解いたらどうするって言ってたんだっけ？
I'm sure the witch wrote in her letter that she'd give up on collecting interest or something abstract like that. I optimistically took that to mean she'd give up on killing the whole family. But was it really written with that meaning?
It's also very not specific, so it could be anything.
For some reason, I couldn't convince myself that solving the riddle would really save me. I felt like maybe, even if we do solve it, we'll just be doing what the culprit wants, and it will all be a wasted effort.
そんなことはない。この碑文が解けたら、ベアとの儀式はおしまいになる。
Yeah, the ceremony. But that's it.
だからもうそれ以上、誰も死ななくなる。
そういうルールを奴が提示してるだけ。この謎を解けば、多分、じい様の隠し黄金のありかがわかる。奴は、きっとそれを狙って。
狙わないよ。
なんでそう断言できるんだよ。
黄金は最初からベアとのものだもん。自分のものを狙ったりなんかしない。
じゃあ、どうしてベアとは俺たちにこんな大ヒントを授けてくれたんだ？というか、どうしてこんなゲームじみたことを仕掛けてきたんだ？
Oh, because she didn't. It's Kinzo. This is all Kinzo's doing, I think.
魔法にはリスクが必要なの。
Okay, yes, we know that.
リスク？よく意味がわかんねえな。
例えばマラソン、完走すれば誰でももらえるメダルと、一番になった人しかもらえないメダルって同じ価値だと思う？
思わねえぜ。つまりなんだよ。結局、奴は遊んでるってことなのか？わざとこっちにチャンスを与えるようなことをして。違う！それがね、魔法というものなの。どんな大きな魔法にも絶対にリスクや弱点があるの。ないといけないの。魔法って言われるとピンとこねえが、ギャンブルだって考えれば少しは理解できるな。
I'm not saying anything because I'm thinking aloud. Okay, I'm thinking what they're talking about.
でかく失う覚悟がなきゃ、でかくは勝てない。そして、勝ち目の薄いギャンブルであればあるほど、配当はでかくなる。
Yeah, that makes sense.
その通りだよ。だからベアトは儀式のリスクをちゃんとみんなに説明したの。だから、この謎を解けばちゃんと儀式は中断される。だって、それを約束違反したらリスクにならない。
Ah, okay.
これを解けば、奴は本当に約束を守るのか。
花は枯れるのにどうして美しいの？造花は見分けがつかないほど精巧でもどうして美しくないの？人間は死を賭すから奇跡が起こせる。 不死の人間がいたとして、その人物に何の奇跡も起こせる道理はない。私たちも人生も魔女も儀式も、私たちはリスクを負わなければ何も成し遂げられないの。
謎が解けたらどうするんだ。ピンポーンって鳴らして挙手して、回答を魔女に伝えて答え合わせをするのか？
それは知らない。でも解けばきっと自動的に儀式が終
Well,
わる。
I think at that point you would have to go where the gold is.
I mean, if you found it, but wouldn't you want to see it?
At least to see, I mean, at least to see it, to be sure that
Yeah,
it's
it's
there.
Mm.
マリアは詳しいな。そいつはみんなベアトリーチェに習ったのか？
Ooh.
So, if you don't bear a risk, nothing can be gained. Is that it?
This sounds suspiciously like without it cannot be seen. Very suspiciously. Maybe it's not the same thing, maybe there's a parallelism to this.
It's another one of those concepts that is really important for this game.
Yeah, I don't know. We'll see.
That definitely is the way of the world. But it's sort of in conflict with the chessboard thinking I like so much. At least when making moves in chess, players grope for the best move, always trying to avoid risk and hoping for an advantageous turn of events.
Yes, but even in chess, there could be something like that if you think about it. You could do a risky move, but try to get the big advantage. That is a. I mean, I don't say that you have to do it, but that is a chance also that you can have.
They don't trust to chance like in gambling.
Oh yeah, that's different.
That's right. There is no room for gambling in an intellectual game. And yet, this person called Beatrice has created such an outrageous crime, or maybe a ceremony, while purposefully, okay, imposing conditions for her own loss and announcing them to us. In chess, you always play your best move. So, by putting yourself in your opponent's position, you can predict their next move. However, we can't be sure that Beatrice's moves are always the best moves possible.
Is that why it's so hard for Butler to get Beatrice's next move? It could
That
be.
would make sense. I thought he was probably making us focus on the epitaph to fool us in some way, speaking in riddles. But according to Maria, that alone was impossible. She said this was a genuine risk that the witch had taken, and therefore proof that this was a formal ceremony for magic. I can't understand this witch called Beatrice. If she's committing this chain of murders with some goal in mind, why did she go all the trouble of exposing the conditions for her defeat?
Well, Maria just told you because of that.
No matter how I spin the chessboard around and think from my opponent's perspective, I can't understand why she'd give up if this riddle is solved. Isn't it almost as though Beatrice doesn't care whether she wins or loses? Of course, chessboard reasoning won't work against an opponent like that. I don't understand. What is Beatrice after that's making her carry out this crime? If she just wanted to massacre us all, she could have done it quietly, without this whole crazy setup. There was no need for that kind-hearted advance notice, all this self-aware closed room stuff, or any of the rest. It's all overreacting. I got no clue what it means. Will I be unable to understand everything, as long as I keep thinking of Beatrice as a greedy human culprit? If I don't accept her as a witch, will my chessboard thinking be stuck before I even lined up all?
Lined up all the pieces. Sorry, I clicked by mistake.
Is she really a witch and everything Maria is true? Then there's only one thing for us to do. The theory building and Discord and searching for the culprit has all been pointless. We should have all gathered in the dining hall, combining our knowledge to solve the riddle.
Yeah, but it's not like it's the first thing that comes to your mind if like 6 people are found dead one night. So, you know.
No, that was even before, right?
The
Even
riddle?
before, when in the first letter, both first letters, Beatrice said, "Please solve the epitaph."
Yes,
Didn't she?
but this time they didn't read the letter
Oh, right. They
because
forgot.
Rosa forgot that she actually got a letter, and at this point, I wonder what's gonna happen about that.
By combining the knowledge of that many people, we might have been able to grasp at least a thread of the answer. The greedy humans, each desiring to gain something over their opponents, were getting offered up as sacrifices one by one, without gathering their knowledge together. In the end, did the humans get what they deserved? They thought that they were using their brains, but they were actually thinking only of their greedy selves. In the end, chessboard theory is a thinking technique where you project yourself on your opponent. So greedy people see their greedy selves inside their opponents. I looked lazily at Aunt Rosa. She was probably tired from being under all this tension this whole time. She couldn't sleep, but she kept staring vaguely at some point off in space. Aunt Rosa had announced that we couldn't trust anyone who hadn't been killed. Aunt Rosa's chessboard thinking saw herself inside her opponent.
Yep.
In other words, maybe Aunt Rosa was an isolated woman, unable to trust anyone and unable to let her guard down.
That we know because she's the youngest and no one actually really take her in consideration between the the
Siblings?
siblings. Yes.
Long ago, I think I heard about it, a bit about it from my dad. Aunt Rosa was originally a very obedient child, but her age was far too separated from the other siblings, and they often made conflicting demands of her during their confrontations. Thanks to this, she'd undergone a lot of psychologically harsh experiences in her youth. Often, when she copied one of her siblings, another sibling would give her a hard time. True, Aunt Rosa said many things today that could be taken as abusive. But that means those words were once showered upon her, which is why they were engraved in her vocabulary.
This is not an excuse, though.
Agreed. The many abusive words that she's spoken were also words that she'd been showered with in the past.
Still not an excuse.
Now that I think about it, I've had the feeling that her style of speech sometimes has traces of Uncle Kraus or Aunt Eva in it. I'd understood it as them being similar because they were siblings, but maybe it wasn't just that. For the first time, I truly sympathized with Aunt Rosa, whom I'd always assumed was just quiet and gentle. Then what about Maria? Maria's been making a certain claim for a while now. If we can solve the riddle with the witch displayed to us, the ceremony will be halted, and we'll definitely be saved. And I think she also said that Beatrice will never break a promise. But this is Maria we're talking about. She herself never breaks promises, and she has the most innocent heart.
Yes, but in this room she's the expert also, so...
So she believes Beatrice also won't break her promises. She's able to believe that. But isn't that just an image of Beatrice in Maria's mind? There's no proof that the real Beatrice always keeps her promises, right?
Wow.
わらわは約束は守る。
Oh!
気分の謎を解けば黄金鏡へ至ることができるだろう。さすれば儀式は終わる。それ以上誰も死にはせぬ。
お前みたいな外道の極みがルールを。
わらわが残忍で卑劣で外道であることを否定はせぬ。だがわらわは魔女だ。魔法を使う。魔法を使うには守らねばならぬルールがある。わらわは魔女だからこそそれをないがしろにできぬのだ。それだけは信じるがよい。
これだけめちゃくちゃやってきて、それでもルールだけは信じろってのかよ。
わらわはたぶらかしはする。もちろん人も騙す。人間と変わらぬ。だが約束として口にしたことを保護にしたことは一度もない。人間はどうか約束を必ず守るのか。
約束を守ろうなんてキャッチフレーズがある以上、ちゃんと履行されてるかどうかは疑わしいな。
わらわから見れば人間の方がよっぽど人間の約束ほど疑わしいものはない。わらわも時に人間と契約するが、くだらない願い一つ叶えるのにどれほど少しでも隙があると連中はすぐに叶える願いの数を100に増やせとか小さな
親父によく言われたぜ。
I think this go turn yourself to a bean is a reference to something, but I don't know exactly what.
I'm not too sure either.
契約書ほど怖えもんはねえって。よく読まずにハンコを押すやつは骨の髄までしゃぶられて当然だって言ってたぜ。
Of
悪
course.
徳で荒稼ぎしてやがったんだな。
察しろ。人は生まれながらに詐欺を知りはせぬ。どこかで被った。だから覚えた。押し付け合わずにはいられぬ人の世の罪か。はて、どこの魔女に聞いたやら。
Crimes that you are where people must press up against each other. Okay.
まあいい。そなたが思っているほどわらわも無慈悲ではないぞ。
Yes, sure.
これだけの大勢をこんな残酷な方法で殺しておいて何が無慈悲ではないだ。約束は守るだと。いい加減なことを言うな。俺はお前を認めない。断じてそれを譲らないことだけがお前への抵抗だと俺は信じてる。
Didn't you surrender like 20 minutes ago?
This is what I was talking about last time. This is the only part of this chapter where I'm like, okay, no, maybe pick a side.
Yeah, not very consistent with your choices, Butler, let me tell you.
I'm going to say there is a reason because this can happen, but I can't tell you, of course, why.
Okay.
Even if I know even if I know, even if I played the entirety of this game, this is still kinda, oh yeah, yeah, I surrender. No, I don't. No, I will never accept. Oh my god, I surrender. Oh no, I can't. Too much.
Okay, so there's a reason for that. Okay.
That's a reason. There's a reason.
Still a little bit, I don't know. Right now it feels a bit
Yeah, it's the weaker link in this chapter, to be honest.
Yeah, it's the only thing that it's a little bit, I want,
Meh.
not really nonsense, but a bit anticlimactic, maybe.
Yeah.
永遠の苛波であるのは、わらわに対しても同じであるというわけか。1000年は長い。魔女の強さは、魔力より我慢強さで決まるのかもしれない。なるほど。ベルン教の恐ろしさもうなずける。
Open Castle.
Mm-hmm.
何をわけのわかんねえ話をブツブツ言ってやがる。さっさと永遠の苛波とやらを俺は1000年でも1万年でも付き合う覚悟だぜ。
よいよい。そうでなければつまらない。ほら、対戦ゲームでもよくあるだろう？乱入したけど、相手があまりに弱くて拍子抜けで、わざと負けて最終ラウンドまで延長させて。最後に本気でフルボッコにすることとかってあるだろ
う？例えの意味がわかんねえよ。
ワインと同じよ。よく熟成させねば輝かぬ。お前はそれに耐えられるワインだ。わらわがじっくり熟成させてやる。そなたをわらわの優雅な時間を彩る最高の美酒に育て上げてやるぞ。だからこの程度で屈服などするな。わらわを引き続き否定して、何しろわらわはそなたが認めぬ限り儚き幻想に過ぎぬのだから。
Okay. Classic laugh. Fade to black. Huh? Ah, they broke the window, of course. That was.
Actually, yeah,
I wasn't expecting the
breaking
sound.
sound.
That's why I was confused.
教授、お察しします。シャノンさん、鍵を頼みます。お亡くなりになられたとはいえ、奥様はレディーです。私には触れることができません。
Oh.
はい。
Kanon nodded sharply, her expression filled with a sense of duty. George, Goda, and Shannon had broken a suitable window and were inside the chapel. Since they really hadn't wanted to break one, they'd searched for another way in, just in case. But in the end, after proving once again that there were nowhere they could slip in through, it only became more obvious that this chapel was a mysterious closed room.
Of course, again.
Inside the chapel, time had stopped ever since the last time that left it. Even George wasn't able to approach that gruesome Halloween party again. It was only natural. It reminded him again of the sadness of losing both parents at once. And Goda, thinking of the possibility that those corpses might have changed in some horrible way, now that half a day had passed, didn't want to let George get near them.
Imagine the smell.
Shannon followed Goda's instructions and approached the party table. Normally, Shannon might have resented having another dirty job forced on her. But now, she could truly understand Goda's mental state. Even though Goda had prestigious skill, he'd gotten dragged into trouble, losing his job and ending up left out in the streets before Natsuhi gave him a new life.
Oh, that's how he got there.
Yep. Though it had been just a casual employment decision for Natsuhi, Gora must have thought it a turning point in his fate. Those around Goda could see that he felt a special kind of loyalty to Natsuhi. So he probably didn't want to lose that feeling, even after her death. Now that half a day had passed, the bodies of Natsuhi and the rest had changed completely. Small boxes sniffing out the smell of death had started to gather.
Nice.
It really wasn't something you'd want to look at directly.
Beautiful.
奥様、失礼いたします。
Because of her long experience as a servant, Shannon had an idea of which pocket Natsuhi kept the key to her room in. It would probably be this pocket. Her guess didn't fail her. Just by touching the outside of the pocket, she was immediately able to feel it.
ありました。奥様の部屋の鍵です。
Shannon held the key up high, showing the others that it had been found. As George and Goda watched her, their eyes opened wide. That wasn't the expression Shannon was expecting, so he startled her.
Okay, who dies? Of course.
Of course! After all, Shannon hadn't noticed.
Okay, prediction. Shannon is about to die. George puts himself in the middle. George dies. Same as it happened with Jessica and Kanon. Yes, but I mean, why not?
my Midsummer Child.
It's gonna be much worse, huh? Okay.
Much more interesting.
Okay.
George and Goda, watching from afar, noticed it first. After all, when Shannon had held the key up high, a blizzard of gold leaf had seeped up from around the table. They were countless gold butterflies. It was the first time George had seen them, so it might have looked like some kind of illusion. But God already knew. He knew that those gold butterflies were far from beautiful, and that they would bring about some kind of misfortune.
Yeah.
And that gold's well trying to suck Shannon in.
シャノンさん走って
Shannon also realized that gold butterflies were trying to swallow her up. She ran unsteadily, her expression still shocked. As she did, the gold butterflies danced around her all at once. They grouped together. They tried to swallow her up.
シャノン！くそ！なんだこれは！これが君たちの言っていた黄金の蝶なのか！
早く外へこいつらめクソクソ
George and Goda rushed up to Shannon, driving off the cloud of butterflies. And while the butterflies were scattered, they ran towards the broken window. However, they needed a good footing to get out of the window, which was surrounded by shards of broken glass. When they'd entered, there had been enough time to prepare for that.
Yeah, of
but now
course.
there was none.
扉から出よう！足場を探してる時間なんかない！
開かない硬い
Was it locked?
貸して！くそ！この…
Oh, it's one of those that can open from the inside, maybe?
Maybe.
ジョージ様お早くクソなめるなうごー
Goda took off his jacket, swinging it around and scattering the group of butterflies. But saying he was unnumbered would be a real understatement. It was doubtful that it even brought them a short amount of time. bottom. Moment.
Yeah, it's okay.
George struggled with the broken handle.
Ah,
Its
okay.
age showed, and it didn't turn well. I can't leave it to strength. It needs the right angle, or there's some shrink to it.
ジョージ様くそーこの化け物どもが
At that moment, Gora saw it. It was seen by it. In other words, their eyes met.
Ooh.
On top of the party table,
Medici?
no, with the stained glass behind it, floating, laughing, was the figure
okay.
of the witch. He saw the figure of the laughing witch in the center of the golden whirlwind, with the gold butterflies fluttering about at the ready.
ベアトリーチェ
It should have been Goda's first meeting with her, but he knew her at a glance. Just like the other servants had said, it was certainly the witch of the portrait herself.
そろそろ晩餐の時間ではないか。すでにわらわはこの屋敷のホストでそなたらを素晴らしきディナーで歓待しなくてはならぬというもの。
Ah, of course.
これは実に好都合。
Of course. Exactly the people she needed. Look at that.
開いた。
ゴーダさん早くベアトリーチェ様
足を止めてもよいのか。ここがそなたらの墓場にふさわしいというならそれもよかろうぞ。
Is it new?
No, this
No?
is chapters 1 ending.
Ah, okay. Yeah. It's true. I forgot about this.
かつての主の傍らにて死後も使えたいというその心意気はたたえようぞ。
So good.
Oh yeah.
You know that shit is about to go down with this place.
I mean,
The golden whirlwind that wrapped around the witch burst. It was like an evil hand that literally spread its fingers and was trying to attack them. The cloud of gold butterflies attacked with a fluttering sound.
急ぐんだ。足を止めちゃいけない。
George's voice brought Shannon and Goda back to their senses. Standing there now would make them like frogs getting stared down by a snake. They had to resist. They had to fight this incarnation of the new, brutal and frightening order in which Rokkenjima had been enveloped. There was no time to take out their umbrellas. The three of them dashed out in the pouring rain.
better the rain
The
get
three
that
of them.
being dead.
Sorry?
Better the rain than death.
The three of them never realized because they didn't turn around. But the gold butterflies apparently couldn't handle the rain too well. And this hampered their ability to chase after the humans. The three people ran from their golden pursuers and flew into the mansion.
愉快。ポーでなくては面白くない。
They unlocked the door and dashed into the room. A bit of scent from Natsuhi's favorite gentle incense remained in there. However, there was no time to let it calm them now.
どこにあるんだ。宝物箱の中って言ったっけ。
話に聞いただけで実際にどこにあるかまでは。
多分お化粧台かベッドの脇にあるんじゃないかと思います。
Shannon's womanly sensibilities led her to conclude that. But next to the bed, there was only an incense burner, a half-read novel, and glasses. However, the dresser was elegant and had many drawers, and it would be understandable if she kept some of the valuables
Maybe
there.
this box that is actually in the frame right now, this one
be.
up here.
夏日おばさんごめん
He began to violently open each one of the drawers. He had to hurry. He couldn't actually hear footsteps, but he had the feeling that the witch was approaching.
I mean, if it's butterflies, they don't really hear footsteps.
Yeah. He had the feeling that her laugh was approaching.
Oh, also that, yes, that's a good indication.
He emptied the drawers one by one and examined their contents. Even every small box for makeup looked like a treasure box. And the amount of effort he would take to inspect all of them made him feel a little dizzy.
この箱かもしれん。鍵がかかってて開きません。
Break it.
At a glance, it looked slightly larger than a music box. When shaken, it rustled, as though various small objects were inside. But it was locked and didn't open.
It's a box. Break it.
普通鍵はすぐ近く
I mean,
に
you
は
can't. If there's a mirror there, it would break. Right?
Right.
Yeah.
Force it open then.
やむを得ない壊そう
Alright,
で
see?
も乱暴にはできないね中の鏡をこじ開ける道具はないから
Yeah.
そう
Yoda looked all over the room, trying to find if there was some tool that they could use. And he noticed the door, which had been left open ever since they'd entered. He approached the door to close it, and saw the abominable shadows of people approaching from beyond the darkness in the hall. No, it wasn't shadows of people, because they weren't human at all.
Eh?
ジョージ様急い
Butterflies.
Ah.
Yoda's voice trailed off.
I was
It was the
expecting...
shock of seeing a procession of those not of this world.
I was expecting a more, you know, undead people canon style.
He was a servant. So he knew the servants working for the Yoshiromiya family. Oh. But he didn't know about
okay.
these.
It's the stakes.
However, they were definitely servants. And not servants working for the Yoshiromiya Kinzo or Yoshiromiya Kraus.
Oh, it's the go. Oh, it's the go. Oh, that's all. It's many of them. Okay.
These new servants worked for the new master of the mansion, the Golden Witch Beatrice.
It's the
And
goats.
ghost heads and bright red boiled lies of lava.
Oh man, it was a problem killing one of them. Imagine 3.
She's so small. As the new master,
She's speaking.
as the new master laughed loudly and trimly directed 6 of the new servants.
Oh, 6? Okay.
He saw them approach, piercing the darkness as they came. Of course, she was clad in the gold butterflies that were her symbol. Goda hurriedly closed the door and locked it. However, just as he locked it, it returned to normal, just as though a spring of something had knocked it back.
Boing, boing.
Boing, boing, boing. It gave the illusion that some prankster beyond the door was unlocking it every time he locked it. They couldn't have reached the other side of the door yet.
Well, put something on the door. I don't know.
So, what was
sorry.
in it? It's okay. And how? Also, I'd like to correct myself. This is new. The soundtrack is new.
Oh, yeah, this one. Yeah. Okay.
This is the one.
This is the one. Okay.
This is the one. I am sorry.
That's okay,
I'm
that's okay.
used to listen to this, but I was like, oh, I heard a part of the song, and I connected it to the part that's right after this one, and I was like, oh god, it's this one. This is World End Dominator.
Yeah, okay.
It's so good. It's too good. I can't.
Oh no, it is very good. It is definitely very good.
It almost felt like playing with a broken toy. Click, boing. Click, boing.
閉まらない。閉めても開いてしまう。どうなってんだこりゃ。クソクソクソクソ。
鍵がわらわを拒むと思うか。その部屋の新しき主を、その部屋の扉が拒むと思うのか。
The door to that room could hold back that room's new okay.
It was like the witch could see Goda's frantic effort through the door. Even now, the footsteps continued to approach. And when not just their footsteps, but even their breath could be heard. Goda gave up on the lock and slammed into the door, locking it using his own large body.
ジョージ様、早く早く早く。
ジョージ様、これはどうでしょう。
レターオープナーか。そっちの方がいいね。貸して。
Yeah, that could
万年
work.
筆じゃうまくいかない。
George took it and once again dug it into the crack under the lid of the treasure box. It looked like it's working.
早く早く。
The pressure from across the door grew even stronger. Goda screamed. This wasn't a war cry during a test of strength.
It definitely isn't.
He was terrified. He was simply terrified that nothing but a single wooden door was stopping him from touching something not of this world. But he was still lucky. He wasn't touching the things directly, because they were on the other side of the door. So, if he were to touch them directly, Goda's cry would surely turn from something brave into a pathetic, piercing scream, and therefore, one that was more real.
Oh, that's one of the
Goda
stakes.
couldn't... Yeah, Goda couldn't believe what was happening right before his eyes. Coming through the door, an arm was slipping straight through the wood like it was water, as though doing this was the most natural thing in the world. And it wrapped the back of Goda's hands as he frantically tried to hold the door shut.
How to open the door?
It lit up his arm to his chest, and then up to his chin.
Okay, no.
By now, Goda's scream wasn't even audible anymore.
I see, ultrasounds. Only dogs could hear that.
You could hear a sweet whispering voice from across the door. It wasn't coming from the witch, but it sounded like a good young woman. However, that didn't change the fact that it came from someone not of this world.
かわいいねえ、見てるの相馬と。教えてね、終わったら。ありがとう。もう終わってるのね。
Oh, he's dead. Okay.
Bye. That new arm burst. Then they heard the sound of something jumping around the room at incredible speed.
Oh, do you want me to read now?
Yes, I was thinking about finishing the scene, but if you want, you can.
That's okay.
Yeah, like go.
Have a good night, Astra. Bye bye.
Bye.
Didn't know what it was. Incredibly fast, small, like steel or maybe a beetle. When it buried itself right in the center of Godot's chest and stopped, they realized for the first time that its true form was something like a stake with a strange design on it. Oh, it was a blank, okay. Godot's large body shook, bent backwards, and fell over.
Bye, Godot.
As it did, the door opened softly, even though no one was pushing it, welcoming the new master of this room. It looked almost as though the door itself had accepted her. Okay, George, I hope you find the mirror right now, and I hope that thing works, because if it doesn't, you know, there's the goats. The goat attendants came in one after another, 6 of them. Then that witch came in, and the golden butterflies came in. The room was warped in a blizzard of gold leaf which fell and piled up, turning it more and more into a world of gold.
シャノン、ルーレットはそなたとジョージを選んだ。解放の日に感謝せよ。未練はあるまい？ないよな。惚れた男から婚約指輪をもらって、夜も共にしないうちに殺されてしまっても、未練なんかないよな。女の幸せを教えてもらいたかったんだろう。
Oh, you mean that joy, I see.
Yes.
ああ、シャーノン、ダメダメ。垂れてるぜ。お前の口元から未練がダラダラ垂れてんのが見えるぜ。シャーノン。
Crack! It was the sound that led to the treasure box breaking open. When George turned it over, accessories, charms, very small object that Natsuki had treasured when she was a girl fell out. Mixed with that was a pouch that stood out from the rest. He picked it up and was immediately sure. This was it.
見つけた。これだ。
いいって及ばなかった。死ね！
くそ！
All at once the gold butterflies attacked George, who was hurriedly trying to remove the contents of the pouch. Oh? It worked? At that time, a bright red flash seemed to light up the room for an instant. Oh, is this Shannon weapon? That red flash seemed to cut a hole in the cloud of gold butterflies raging around the room, drawing a circle with Shannon at the center. So the resulting scene looked truly divine, almost as though a single streak of light had cut through the clouds in this world of gold. George was curled in a ball, trying to protect itself from the group of butterflies. Didn't have a clue what was going on. Oh! Cool drawing, okay. Then he noticed that Shannon was standing in guard in front of him, shielding him, as he glared at the witch and the rest with a serious face she'd never shown him before.
忘れていた。そなたもまた金蔵の優れた家具だったな。それもカノンよりだいぶ熟成した。
カノン君をよくも殺したことじゃない。よくも亡骸を消し去り、その名誉まで汚そうとしたな。
おやおや、シャーノン。それを怒ってるのか？
Oh, bug.
Oh my god.
Oh. Ah, of
There we
course.
go.
When the witch snapped her fingers, one of the 6 god attendants glittered gold and changed into Kanon. It was definitely a sight to make one dab their eyes. It was definitely Kanon's face. However, in those eyes, the glint of Kanon integrity was nowhere to be seen. They were the hazy eyes of furniture that only obeys the order of the witch. George couldn't understand the scene right before his eyes, and finally understood why God and the rest had been unable to talk about what they'd seen in the servant room. George, maybe get the mirror
楽しいですか？
quickly?
ああ、楽しい。死が引き裂いた二人を再会させるのはいつだって楽しい。死で引き裂いて一度、合わせて二度、もう一度引き裂いて三度楽しめるのだからな。さあ、カノン。姉と遊んでやりなさい。もし痛めつけられたら、思いっきり苦悶の表情を浮かべてやるといい。
Of course. From an imposter Kanon arm, a strangely shining curve extended. He planned to tear Shannon's apart with that. The single stroke he would attack Shannon still hadn't prepared her heart and...
許さない。一度ならず、二度までも死者を汚すなんて許せない。
ほざくな。弟に殺されろよ、シャーノン。きっといい夢が見られるぜ。
It's cool that they made there outside of the barrier.
Yeah.
Huh? The imposter cannon suddenly seemed to lunge at Shannon, drawing several purple curves. But when he flew at her, it was as though some kind of invisible wall has been placed in front of her. The wall repelled the imposter, leaving a bright red ripple on its surface. No, it didn't repel him, it smashed him. He knocked him back, turning into golden dust, into little bits scattering him. That foolish furniture who had taken Kanon's form, and even disgraced his honor after that, broke into countless gold butterflies. And then those butterflies themselves broke into pieces, and those pieces were broken into pieces. Until they were no longer butterflies, but a golden splash that faded away.
シャノン。
ジョージさんはそこから動かないでください。中心軸をずらしたくない。
これは驚いた。虫一匹殺せない面をしてこれだけの力を見せたか。なるほど。霊境がそなたに力を貸しているというのか。
So it's working.
しかしその霊境の本当の力を引き出すには準
I
備
could
も
have
時間
imagined
も
that.
足りないな。
As I said earlier, you need probably some specific stuff to make it work.
Yeah.
そのどちらもわらわは与えはせぬ。
The spirit mirror jar gripped had let out a divine glow, displaying a strength powerful enough not to submit to wicked forces. But that glow was no match for the witch's sinister nature.
これだから家具は怖い。予期せずしてタンスの角にぶつける足の小指のような気持ちよ。これだから家具は怖い。
Oh, okay. Oh, very frightening. I see.
家具が、家具。
私は家具じゃない。そしてあなたを今はとても哀れに
Oh
思う。
man.
何ほう。 1000年の魔女に100年も至らぬ家具が今何と言ったか。
あなたはとても哀れな人。愛し合う二人に未練がないわけがない。でもあなたの期待するような未練はかけらほどもない。
語るか、家具の分際で。ジョージと結ばれたくてわらわの靴を舐めた日々を忘れてわらわにそれを語るか。
愛に生き泥念を這うが人間。それを嘲笑い見下しているつもりで、あなたはそれにはるかに
This
劣る。
drawing here is beautiful, by the way, and it's also very 80 feel Evangelion.
Yeah, yeah, definitely. I played a different version, so I hadn't seen this one.
私
So
は
nice.
今こそあなたを哀れに思う。愛し合う二人にとって添い遂げることにどれほどの意味が。意味はある。きっとある。でもそれはあなたの言うこととは全然違う。
Oh, oh man, oh man! Someone take some water because Beatrice is burning right now.
だから私にはすでに何の未練もない。ジョージさんと愛を誓い合った。その証として指輪を受け取った。それで永遠の誓いは完了した。あなたがどんな邪悪な魔法や悪意で私たちを災難だとしても永遠は汚さない。
綺麗事を詩人のように語るな。愛は情欲なんだよ。少女漫画みたく綺麗事ばっかりで語れねえ。男どもはお前の匂いに惹かれて群がるウジバエどもなんだよ。
I would like to disagree with this phrase.
そんなこともその年でまだ理解できねえのかよ。お前は失望するぜ。その後ろのメガネ男のどす黒い欲望、一度でも覗いちまったら。がっかり愕然唖然呆然、全然ダメだぜショーノン。
Oh, okay. This is a new laugh, I think.
ああ、もういいや、語るな家具が。この家具。何様のつもりだよ、語りやがって。愛なんて結局はど汚ねえ汚物をどう綺麗に見せようかって欺瞞なんだよ。そいつに気づいて人は大人になるんだろう。死ねよクズ。家具スクラップ。お前を汚らわしいウジ虫に変えてやるよ。それでもそのメガネがお前を愛するか試してやるよ。
What happened to her?
そいつの愛のど汚ねえ現実ってやつを死ねえよガラクタが。てめえが愛を語るんじゃねえ。
The visible column of light which shone at the center started to have bright red ripples drawn all over at once. That world did its best to withstand the unseeable malice that tried to corrode into them from all directions.
なんだよそれは。抵抗してるつもりかよ。安っぽいんだよ、薄っぺらいんだよ。お前の綺麗事と同じなんだよ、見せかけだけの薄っぺら。見たくないものをベールで覆って隠してるだけなんだよ。まだわかんないのかよ。だから家具なんだよ、家具。ほらほらほらほらほら、削られてるぜ。カリカリコリコリガリガリゴリゴリなんて薄くて情けないんだよ。
Wow, okay.
お前のその薄っぺらな抵抗に比べたら、パルミチャーノレッジアーノの方がまだ削るのに苦労がいるぜ。
Why? Why is it this specific?
Oh, I know why, but I'm not gonna tell you.
Oh, okay. There's a reason even for this.
Yes, there is.
Oh my god. What the actual fuck?
This scene is so much more beautiful afterwards.
Okay.
Oh my god.
By the way, she's talking like as something happened to her, specifically about love and all that stuff she said earlier. So it's actually that said for a reason. So the golden windstorm that covered the room gradually began to shave the walls of the column that protected Shannon and George. The bright red ripples frantically drew a resisting pattern, but it just turned into a red wall of despair that began to wrap the two of them up. Oh, it's like it's shrinking, I see.
ジョージさん、ごめんなさい。やはり私には無理でした。
ありがとう。君は僕のために。それだけで嬉しいよ。
The round wall that had once protected them was assaulted and covered with a curve or bright red ripples, as it seemed to scream. And it began to stack the two of them up instead. Sharon grasped George's hand behind her, so George hugged her shoulder just as strongly.
なんだい。
最後に愛してるって。
ああ、さよ。僕は君を永遠に。
Ah, of course. She wouldn't let him do it. Oh, stopping right now? That much time?
Yep.
That much time? Okay.
Yep. I'm gonna slightly retract what I said about chapter 2.
Okay.
It's the weakest chapter up until the ending.
Oh, wow.
But not just the ending, starting from now. I'm gonna retract that. This scene is amazing.
Oh, it is. It
For
was.
a lot of different reasons. I liked it and I remembered it already.
Mm-hmm.
But
it's even better rewatching it.
It's even better.
Okay.
Absolutely, yes. Oh my god.
Okay. It's strange. I just thought that it's strange that Genji didn't notice anything of this, but it could be.
The mention is very
huge.
large.
Yeah. I thought, oh, maybe it's not. Maybe it's one-sided, because I thought that. I mean, at least Kinzo is in love with Beatrice, and that is, if it's not clear, it's you have to be blind if you do not see that. So you know. I thought the thing was reciprocal, but maybe it's not at this point.
I don't know.
Because, you know.
I mean, she's definitely
I mean, she was definitely speaking for experience earlier, of course.
Yes, she was definitely hurt somehow.
Yeah, she was definitely speaking, but I don't think it was Kinzo, because Kinzo is still looking for her. At least that's...
Maybe in the past?
Maybe someone else. I mean, if she's 1,000 years old, maybe someone else before.
I mean, that's a long time.
Yeah, we'll see. It's definitely gonna be have an explanation. So
Yes, absolutely.
like everything in this game.
Almost everything.
Very fitting that Shannon got a shield on herself instead of a blade or
Sword.
whatever that thing is. Very fitting. So I suppose everyone have a different weapon apart Kanon, who's the unlucky one. I got got the standard one. I don't know. Because I'm for what I can understand, the sword is even the goat at that, so it's like standard, the starting weapon,
Equipment for
the standard
furniture.
equipment. Yes,
Yeah, I mean, it would make sense.
if it makes sense like that. So Shannon shield barrier thingy looked more specific on herself. Oh well, it's definitely gonna be explained that as well. I'm gonna have to wait a long time for that, probably, but it's definitely gonna be explained. What was gonna happen with the mirror right now? I wonder what's gonna happen with the mirror right now. I mean, it definitely didn't work, but
Not as they hoped.
not as they planned. 100% gonna be used in a different chapter, or else it wouldn't be just it wouldn't be just thrown there, of course, and not being used for real. So we'll see. Maybe in a chapter where Natsuhi is not dead and actually knows how to use it. But we'll see. Let's continue.
We'll see.
After Genny finished his late meal, he went out to do the nighttime round inside the mansion. Eating some reheated soup that God had made, along with some random leftover from the refrigerator. Those were all things God had made himself, and were of course delicious. He had half heartedly gone to ask Rosa and the others what they would do for dinner, but it'd be yelled by a voice telling him that the canned food they had would be enough, and the door wasn't even open for him. So ironically, the servant Genji was able to eat a more delicious meal. But why was it that Genji wasn't afraid to do the rounds all by himself, even though all those crimes had been committed and many people had already met a brutal end? Judging by his appearance as he carried out his usual task without a trace of fear, as though everything was normal, you might think all of the horrible events of that day had been nothing more to a dream or an illusion. Was he taking a philosophic view, or had he just accepted his fate? Genji must have considered it a virtue that, when the fate that awaited him was unavoidable, he carried out his duty systematically until the last moment. The depths of his heart would probably remain hidden for all eternity, unless he spoke of them himself. He had returned his master key to Rosa, so the places he could reach were extremely limited. All he could do was walk around the hallways, checking to make sure all the windows were closed. That probably made his rounds go a lot faster than usual. It's outside. At the sound of a reserved knock, Aunt Rosa, who had been falling into a doze, jumped and woke up, pointing the barrel of the gun at the door as she yelled. I was napping on a sofa, and that voice also brought me back to reality.
ローザ様、源氏でございます。
何か用なの？扉は開けなくて結構よ。そのままで話して。
はい。それではこのままで失礼させ、南條先生と熊沢の遺体を見つけました。
なんだって。
そう。わかったわ。確認に行きましょ
Oh, we're finally gonna see what
う。
happened
死
to
体を見
them.
ない限り、私は誰も信じない。
大丈夫だよ、バトラー。マリアといれば絶対に大丈夫。
Spoken like someone that doesn't fear anything.
No. Why would she?
True, true. Maybe my face seemed to be darkened with anxiety. Maria grasped my hand with a small hand and spoke softly, trying to give me courage. Since it was Aunt Rosa's job to ready the gun and stand guard, it fell to me to remove the barricades of sofas. When I finished, I took a backward glance at Aunt Rosa, who was pointing the barrel of the gun over my shoulder, and opened the door.
ケンジさん、二人の死体はどこに？
中庭です。ご案内いたします。
バトラ君待って。念のため部屋の戸締まりを確認し、ちょっと待ってね。
Very trustworthy, Rosa, of course. When Rosa called me to a halt to prevent me from going on ahead and began to carefully check the locks on each of the windows. But the locks had already been checked once. But kind of unpleasant, so she suspected I might have secretly unlocked them when she wasn't looking. No, maybe Aunt Rosa was right to be discautious. That it was called a courtyard. It wasn't really a pretty place you could take a walk in, like the Rose Garden. On the contrary, since it was surrounded by the mansion on all sides, it made you feel a little uncomfortable, as though it was telling you that there would be no escape from this mansion, no matter where you tried to run. In the other hand, that meant that even though we could still hear the violent winds, the wind itself was blocked. Genji-san had out an umbrella, but Aunt Rosa ignored him. She was probably hinting that the gun took two hands, and it would be dangerous if she took the umbrella. We didn't need Genji-san pointing for us to notice. Right in the center of the courtyard, we could see where Dr. Nanjo and Kumasawa-san lay. Aunt Rosa entered the courtyard without even opening an umbrella. So Genji and I also entered the courtyard without opening one. Only Maria opened theirs.
これはあれだな。
おお、第7の番と第8の
Oh,
番だね。
I heard a thing.
You heard it?
Yeah.
Oh, there we go. So this is your answer.
Neat, there we go. With this eventuality finished. And
So it doesn't-
like it doesn't matter when they died.
No. It's just Beatrice can do whatever she wants.
Yeah,
right?
I guess.
It also makes sense. You could easily die from being pierced in the chest, but not as
Not
easily
on the
die
leg.
by
Yeah, of
pierce
course.
on the leg, on
On the knee,
ankle.
etc. Yes.
Yeah, so it makes sense. So it doesn't really matter. It's just ceremonial stuff.
Okay, so ankle, of course. Stake in the ankle. Stake in the knee.
I used to be an adventurer.
I was gonna say I used to be a doctor just like you, but then I took a stake in the knee. Okay, nothing really. With this, the 8 toilet is finished. With this, the 7 toilet is finished. Nothing really surprising. But yeah. He is still definitely dead, but there's no corpse.
Yep.
Okay.
なるほど。確かに源氏さんたちが言っていたように、二人の首にはひどい傷があるわね。すごく鋭利な。まるで日本刀か何かで切ったかのようにすっぱりね。
Those gaping wounds on their necks definitely made me want to avert my eyes. But after seeing that Halloween party in the chapel, even though they look horrible, they were no longer enough to make me feel sick. More importantly, our gazes paired to their legs, to Dr. Nanjo's knee, to Kumasawa-san's ankles. Driven to each of them was something like a knife or a stake with a demonic design. They must have been the same as the thing that pierced Jessica's back.
これはなジェシカちゃんの時と同じね。何かオカルトの儀式のつもり。
Yeah, it's like a demonic ritual sacrifice thingy, I see.
I mean, you would know if you listen to your child.
Of course.
Mother of the
彼ら
year.
の遺体を最後に見た時に
Oh, I
こ
wanted
の
to
よ
say
うなものはありま
this
せん
earlier because I realized this earlier, but it was a cool scene. I didn't want to interrupt that.
Yes.
I remember that in alchemy, gold is considered perfection. So, you know, the gold and all of that.
Yeah.
All that stuff. That's all. Just a fun fact.
You are going to find chapter 4 particularly interesting.
I see.
Just a nice hint.
I see.
Homunculus.
Homunculus.
使用人室から運び出された後にやられたのでしょう。
The one sticking to Dr. Nanjo's knee was still standing erect, but the one that had been thrust into Kumasawa-san's ankle might have been a little shallower. It had come out and fallen over, so by looking at the one that fell over for the first time, I realized it wasn't a knife, but something like a stake. Its full length was probably about 30 centimeters. It was probably made out of bronze or iron, something of the sort. Even without touching it, I could tell it would add some weight to it. I mean, it's made out of metal, of course. It was composed of a grip and a cone-shaped part, and it was obviously made to be a piercing weapon. Maybe it was like a miniature version of those lances Western Knight used on horseback, like a very miniature.
Yes.
Yeah, but still. The spiral-shaped niches in it made it also look like a small drill. However, the grip had an occult design model of a demon. A design model of a demon or something. So instead of a weapon used in war, it felt like something that would be used in a ceremony to offer a living sacrifices.
間違いない。
Yeah, these are basically the sacrifices to revive the witch in the end.
Have you watched Fate's Stay Night?
Many years ago. I don't remember lots of that.
No, the soundtrack is very Fate's Stay Night now that I think about it.
Oh,
Extremely
this.
Fate's Stay
Yes.
That's something
I
don't know,
I did not play the game. I watched.
Did you watch the Studio Dean version?
I don't remember which one I watched.
The first one.
Yes, I think. No, I think I watched. I remember watching Apocrypha because it was one of the most recent.
Yeah. Okay.
Spoiler: it's awful. Don't watch it.
Apparently, I'm going to drop this fun fact. Apparently, I watched Apocrypha not once, but twice. I don't remember anything about it.
Yeah, it's awful. It's literally there's nothing saved. There's nothing can be saved in that show. Literally. Oh no! Wait, there's one song that can be saved. Not even him. The thing, the Mordred, and the necromancer whose name I don't remember. His master basically. And I'm saying he is because apparently Mordred wants male's pronouns for what I've seen. But whatever.
You know, my brain worked the way my brain works, And I was thinking, oh, the stake kinda sounds like one of the ceremonial knives that the mages in Fate Stay Night have. Oh, this soundtrack is very Fate Stay Night.
Yeah, but you could see maybe there's some inspiration by that. I mean, you know, could be.
But I don't know. It's very generic, but
Yeah, it's not.
kind of mysterious.
Yeah, it's
sounding
just it's a
soundtrack.
mysterious soundtrack dot MP3 basically.
Okay, I'm so sorry. You can continue.
No, that's okay.
生贄のつもりなんだな。
第7の番に膝をえぐりて殺せ。第8の番に足をえぐりて殺せ。
待てよ。それじゃ第4、5、6の番が抜けちま
Nope.
うん。
う。まさか。
Of course. Why is Genji-san alone? Something like this would happen. Why aren't George, Aniki, Goda-san, and Shonon-chan here? Why was Genji-san alone?
どういうこと？ジョージ君たち3人はどこへ行ったの？
Good morning, Rosa.
夏日奥様のお部屋を探し物に行きたいと言わまだお戻りになりません。
なんだって。その出かけたってのはいつ頃の話なんだよ。
2、3時間前のことだと。
そんな、なんでそんな大事なことをやっちゃなくて、なんで不審に思わなかった？
常に一人使用人は待機していなくてはなりません。彼らが戻るまで待機しているのが私のお務めでした。
Oh, Genji.
Was Genji really this much of a robot?
Yes.
This is bad. This is bad. It's really bad. Tonanja and Kumasawa-san were killed like this, which means that 3 people have already been killed. We run towards Anatsuhi's room. We have a touch of anxiety and just much resignation. They're gonna find something gruesome, aren't they?
Of course.
Before we even saw the inside of Anatsuhi's room, we were forced to resign ourselves to a certain fact. That door was a bizarre scribble.
Ole.
No, filth? Anyway, the room wasn't in an ordinary state. Without even opening the door, we could imagine what we'd find inside. On the face of the door, how should I say it? Handprints done heavily with the same red paint as the magic circle from before. Had banged on the door, scratched it, dirtied it. Looked like the aftermath of a kindergarten playing in the mud. I didn't know what it could be in. The bright red paint has already been slathered on. The red that had been slathered on was dripping down. And even though no one said it, it made us think of blood. What you thought it was until now, ketchup?
開けてください。
Aunt Rosa held her gun up high and ordered Genji-san to open the door. Genji-san approached it without seeming particularly troubled by the stuff on it and turned the knob. But immediately turned it around, shaking his head. It's locked, of course. At that moment, there were only one person in this mansion who could lock and unlock doors at will, Aunt Rosa. This time, Genji-san asked Aunt Rosa to unlock the door, instead of the other way around. After frowning slightly for a second, Aunt Rosa handed me a master key and told me to open the door.
バトラー君、これで開けてもらえる？
そのくらいのこと、ケンジさんを信用しても。
Aunt Rosa glared at me intensely. Getting into a fight here would only make the mood turn even more sour. Without looking back anymore, I approached that creepy door and tried the knob. It didn't open. Was ever the resistance of the lock? I stuck the master key into the keyhole. Clunk. There was a slight resistance. Aunt Rosa told me to be on my guard, and I opened the door without really guarding myself in any way. And then, there was a scene laid out before us that didn't betray my expectation at all.
ひどい。
やっぱり。
Oh, it was.
第4
I heard it again.
6の番の再現だったな。
I'm not hearing it this time around. I wonder why.
The music is pretty loud. I barely heard it myself.
So the audio did change.
Yeah, I don't know. I didn't touch anything. Game did everything on its own. Remember that one time we opened it that there was no sound?
Oh yeah.
Diana Suhyum
Dying
is just pierced by a weapon shaped like a steak. At the 5th twilight goes as a kill. The cook was cooked. Really? Okay. Okay. Who else? George or Shannon? Shannon first, I don't know. Died in Natsuhi's room with her forehead pierced by a weapon shaped like a steak. At the 4th twilight goes ahead and kill. Died in Natsuhi's room, which is stomach pierced by a weapon shaped like a steak. At the 6th twilight goes the stomach and kill. It was possible they would have ended up as the second... Oh! They would have ended up at the second twilight, yes. She spent her last moment with her beloved, and he got the cook was cooked. Okay. Okay.
This is how you understand that God is just a side character.
Yeah,
of the
no,
side
it's definitely like that. So I'm counting. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. So it's Jover.
Kinzo is still there.
Hmm?
Kinzo is still there.
Yeah, but we did all the twilights of the killing people.
Yep.
Now there's the
So
9th
he's
twilight
alive.
where the witch shall revive. Kinzo's finally gonna see his waifu. Finally.
Oh my god!
Finally managed to do that. As I thought. Okay, Butler said that already. The inside of the room looked as though a robber had just broken in. The walls had been flung open and pulled out, and the contents thrown about all over the place. Leaving the room so cluttered, you'd never believe it belonged to the methodical Aunt Natsuhi. But the very first thing that caught our eyes was Goda-san's corpse lying face down, right in front of the door. Right in the center of this chest, almost as though it had been stuck there to finish off a vampire, there was one of those demon stakes from before. Exactly how far could it have been reached after being stuck that deep into his chest? Just imagining it would make anyone's chest hurt.
胸をえぐれば第5の番だったが。
Maria grabbed my hand. Expression looked just like normal, but maybe Shirley was afraid of the hour in this room, where 3 corpses lay. And along the wall furthest into the room, Giorgio Niki lay dead. This time, one of the stakes had been rammed right into the center of his stomach. Wasn't Goji in the stomach the 6th twilight? Sanon-chan's corpse was face down in front of the dresser, lying in a scene of blood. Oh look, Shannon, you got a special drawing just for your death. Had you seen her own face at the end, in that horribly broken mirror stained with blood? While she was lying in that way, I couldn't see her face, but I could guess even without seeing it. Nearby, in the sea of blood she lay in, a demon stake had fallen. One of the 4th twilight was left. Goes the head and kill. Maybe my heart was totally worn out and dead. Even though I knew it was wrong, I lifted her head and checked. And I confirmed that my guess had been right on the mark. It was a gaping hole in Shannon's head, and inside were dripping. Oh! Not only that, but you could see. Oh my god, even inside there. After seeing that, I finally realized I was doing something wrong. Really? I immediately averted my eyes, but by now it was probably pointless.
こらバトラ君、警察が来るまでそっとしておかないとダメよ。
Well,
勝手に触ってどういうつもり？ せっかくの現場証拠がおかしくなっちゃったらどうするのよ。
Andros got violently mad at me and even tugged the back of my collar. I tottered limply and fell on my butt, gazing dimply up at the ceiling.
これで第8の
Yeah,
番
it's
まで終わ
over.
っちまったな。第9の番って。
第9の晩に魔女は蘇り、誰も生き残れはしない。
そっか、これで黄金の魔女ベアトリーチェは、そしてなんだ最後の第10の番。
第10の晩に旅は終わり、黄金の里に至るだろう。黄金鏡の扉はもうすぐ開かれるんだよ。もうすぐ。
魔女は蘇り、誰も生き残れはしない。俺たちはこれから死ぬのか、それともこれで生贄の儀式は終了で。何が俺たちは今日一日犯人を見つけよう、事態を打開しようと散々頭をひねって何も至れなかった。バカの考え、休むに似たりってやつだ。
Insumi does not matter than living?
そうさ、俺たちは今日一日死んだ人間しか信用できないって言ってわざわざ3人の死に顔をここまで確認に来たんだぜ。こんな俺たちがどうして黄金鏡とやらにたどり着けるって言うんだよ。
That's right, if we couldn't resolve any of our problems anyway, it would have been so much better if we locked up ourselves up the whole time without thinking at all. Grandfather's is the wisest of us. He'd been shut up in his room since yesterday without any contact with anyone. That was the right decision. Grandfather was the most correct of us all. Kinzo played the safest game in this time.
Ever.
Safest game
大
ever.
丈夫だよバトラー。マリアといれば大丈夫。魔女はとても気まぐれで、時に面白半分に人間を殺すかもしれない恐ろしい。でもマリアと一緒にいれば、だから怯えないで。
ありがとな、気休めでも嬉しいぜ。
After Andros finished investigating their corpses, she announced that she'd steal this room again. Chased the rest of us out, stole back the master key she lent me, and locked the door again. Apparently, Giorgianiki had been holding the key to Andansui's room, so she also collected that. Wait a sec. She got all the master key on her person. Inasuion's key was locked up inside this room. Does it make another closed room? Yes. So, what is this the fourth closed room? Now that the suspicions surrounding those three have been clear, we return to the parlor once more. I don't have a clue what's going on anymore. Only the dead are innocent, and everyone alive is a wolf. At least only me, Androsa, Maria, and Genji-san. And besides that, there's only grandfather. And the 19th person, the guess we've seen no trace of, Beatrice. Were you gonna say something?
No.
Okay. 13 people have died and 6 are left. How would a wolves and sheep puzzle with only 6 people end? Even though a puzzle that started with 19 person has been reduced to 6, I can't think of any answer.
Let me see if I remember correctly.
Okay. We returned to the parlor. I was a bit worried that while we were gone, a quirky magic circle or something might have been drawn on the parlor door. But thankfully, we didn't find anything like that.
ありがとう、源氏さん。ここまでで結構よ。あなたも今日は休んでください。
かしこまり、これで
Hey,
休ませ
what about Kinzo though? I wanna know what happened to him.
おい、ローザおばさん、この状況下で源氏さんをたった一人で過ごさせるっていうのかよ。
そうね。 とても危険なことだと思うわ。でもならな、彼は3人が夏日姉さんの部屋へ向かった後ずっと一人でいた。なのに無事だった。狼と羊のパズルよ。最も弱い立場となる孤立した羊が無事な理由は何？
狼がたまたまいなかったんだろ。
By
違う
coincidence.
わ。それが羊じゃなかったからよ。
源氏さんが狼だ。
彼は一人で厨房にいたそうだけど、南條先生たちの死体を運んだりジョージ君たちを殺したりできたのは彼かベアトリーチェだけ。
待てよ、その論法じゃ誰だって。
バトラ様、お気遣いをありがとうございます。私は信頼を勝ち得るのは常に100の言い訳ではなく、たとえ信頼をいただけなくても私は最後まで誠実でありたいと思います。
なら決まりね。あなたが本当に無実ならそれは明日やってくる警察が証
Yeah,
明してくれるわ。
if tomorrow comes.
だからそれまでの間あなたを疑いから外すわけにはいかない。長年後ろ宮家に仕えてくれたあなたに今夜は分かってください。
Yeah, sure, you really regret that.
そして明日になったらもう一度仲直りさせてください。
Just gave his head a small shake.
今日も明日も私は後ろ宮家の使用人であり続けます。ご用がありましたらいつでもお申し付けください。そ
We
れでは
don't deserve you.
失礼させてい
Too
ただ
much, Genji. After hearing all that, there was nothing left to say. Genji-san bowed deeply and left down the hall.
Oh.
Then we entered the room. We don't throw a seal level. Although Master Key herself, we fully checked the inside of the parlor again. She opened the curtain and checked again to make sure that the windows were locked. As I watched, how should I say it? I feel like it didn't really matter anymore. If I said anything careless, nothing would turn into another fight. For a while, I gazed at her from the corridor, figured I waited just about long enough, and then entered the parlor behind her. If she doesn't trust anyone but the dead, why doesn't she just go around killing everyone with the gun she's got in her hand? And then in the end, she realized that she herself is the wolf. Then she can just blast through the head of the final wolf and close the curtain of this insane murder drama. I saw it, though, that bitterly, I returned to the sofa where I'd been encamped before, readily resting both of my feet on the table. When I tried to do that, I found something there and stopped moving my feet.
なんだ。
I remember.
Oh!
Ole.
Right, almost I thought it had been addressed to me, was a western envelope. It was that envelope from before, with the seal of the one-winged eagle.
No, Butler.
And it wasn't open. Wait. What is this? Who put it in a place like this and when? Then I went with everyone to check the corpses. I was sitting here the whole time. And there wasn't anything there then. When I returned, it was here.
大丈夫。戸締まりに問題はないわ。この部屋は安全よ。
This room is safe.
Heard also muttering that. Wait.
Wait.
Make sure this room was safe when we left it. We checked that windows were all perfectly locked. Then we locked it up, came back, and the windows were still locked. Then, wait, who put this letter here? Oh, and how? I opened the letter. 2 pieces of stationery came out. The first page has a magic circle drawn on it with something like blood. It's the Triforce.
Yes.
If I asked Maria, she'd probably know what it meant. And there was writing on the other page. Have you made progress since all the epitaph? In just a short while, your time will be up in a flash. The Ninth Twilight will begin quite soon. There was no mistake. It was a letter from Beatrice.
ほう、バトラー。それは
あ、今ここに来たら、置いてあった。
どうしたのマリア。バトラ君、その手紙は。
いや、ここに置いてあったんだ。どうしてだよ。この部屋はちゃんと戸締まりをしていたのに。どうしてだよ。どうして。
マリア、いらっしゃい。
Androsa closed her eyes just a little, after thinking silently for a moment, told Maria to come. Maria obeyed her mother's words. As she did, something unbelievable happened. What the fuck? Of course now she's suspicious of him because he had the letter in his hands. Androsa pointed the barrel of the gun at me.
バトラ君、あなたを狼だと断定するわ。
How? He was with you the entire time, lady. This is new.
Yes.
私はこの部屋にたった今帰ってきて、そのテーブルの上に何もないことを見ているわ。
No, no one believes that. This is very Professor Layton.
Yes.
そしてマリアがそのテーブルわずかな時間よ。
Oh, this could have been the third iteration of Cornered in the Professor Layton versus Phoenix Wright.
Oh,
It
yeah.
could have been something like
Yeah,
this.
it could have been something like that. Yes, definitely.
でもこのテーブルに近づき、そして手紙を見つけたと主張するのはあなただけなのよ。
そんなのって。いや、めちゃくちゃだ。なんで俺がこんなものを置くんだよ。おいおい。俺は不審なものを見つけて報告しただけだ。なんで俺が疑われるんだよ。
あなたにしかその手紙をそこへ置けないからよ。
If Umineko is about murder mystery, Igarashi is all about murdering the bird and birding the mystery. I'd see.
Oh, God.
Also, Rosa, Butler was with you the entire time.
Do you think she cares?
How could have he killed all the other people? He was with you the entire time. Think.
そう、これは自作自演。あなたが懐から封筒を取り出し、たった今見つけたかのように振る舞って、
Yes.
密室の中に魔女が入って手紙を置いていった幻想を作り出すためにね。
Yeah, he also entered a room whose key didn't have at all, because you have all of them. Definitely. And he was with you the entirety of the time when that stuff happened.
またそういう考えなのかよ。そんなことで俺まで疑うのかよ。いい加減にしろ。俺は親父たちを殺されてるんだぞ。そんな俺がどうして犯人の片棒を担がなければならないんだよ。
そうね。たとえ莫大なお金がもらえるとしたとしても、そんなことで肉親の命を切り売りできるような悪魔がいるなんて信じたくてもね。いるかもしれない。
Yeah, okay. This is literally nonsense.
言い方が悪いわね。
Okay.
はあ？何を言い出すかと思えば、親父は親父だろうが。確かにキリエさんと血縁はねえが、俺の姉貴も同然のお人だ。そこだけは聞き捨てならねえぞ、この野郎。
言うのをやめなさい。ごめんなさい。言い方が悪かったわ。確かに後ろ宮バトラ君はルドルフ兄さんの子供かもしれない。でもあなた本当にルドルフ兄さんの息子のバトラ君なの？
何をわけのわかんねえこと。俺がバト
We
ラじゃ
haven't
ねえん
seen
だ。
you in 10
誰に
years,
言えるってんだ
bitch.
よ。
What?
We haven't seen you in 10 years, bitch. We can guarantee that you're actually Butler.
I see. But, I mean, I think his father would still recognize him.
Yeah, I hope so.
And even Kyrie, I mean... Whatever.
ルドルフ兄さんも含めて私たちは6年ぶりにあなたに再会しているわ。あなたが本当に後宮バトラかなんて誰も証明できないのよ。
Rosa, you are crazy.
あなたは本当は
Are you
後宮バト
discovering
ラ
that
じゃなく
now?
て
No,
後宮
but
家の
still.
財産をうまく騙し取ろうと紛れ込んだ何者かかもしれない。
Okay, okay. Even if it was like that, it means that this plan has been going on for 6 entire years.
Yes.
Also, I repeat, Butter was with you the entire time.
あなた自分が後宮バトラだとはっきり証明で今この場で。
いい加減にしやがれ。俺は俺だ。後宮バトラだ。そこまで疑い出したらあんただって本当に後宮ローザなの
Oh,
かよ。
I mean, that's true. It could be on the opposite because you haven't seen her for 6 years as well.
Yeah.
自分だ。他の誰でもね。ああそうだな。あんたの言う通りだぜ。死体以外でそこまで言うなら反論させてもらうぜ。ジョージの兄貴たちが死んでいた夏代おばさんの部屋には部屋の鍵はジョージの兄貴が持っていたんだ。
Oh,
そして
yeah, Rosa's the only
マ
one
スタ
with
ー
the
キーを持
key.
ってるのは今やローザおばさんだけだぜ。あの部屋に施錠できたのはあんただけじゃねえかよ。俺の推理じゃこうだ。あんたは真犯人と通じ合って俺たちの目を盗み5つのマスターキーのうちの1つをこっそり貸し出したんだ。
そんなことしないわよ。ほらここに5つあるわ。
そんなのはあらかじめ取り決めた場所に置かせて回収したかもしれねえじゃねえかよ。それにマスターキーが5個かどうかは疑わしいと言ってたのはあんた。
じゃああなたはその封筒をあなた以外の誰がどうそれが証明できない限りあなたが狼なのよ。
うるせえ。
Guess I have to play Guilty Gear Strive.
ならあんたこそ証明しろよ。犯人はどうやってジョージの兄貴たちをあのミス
Ah, yeah, I know.
殺
They
し
have
たと
to
言うん
lose
だ
this
よ。
from Edrunners. Yes. It's a DLC though. You have to pay extra for that.
どうやって施錠したと言うんだよ。
まったくにもってそう。夏日の部屋も全く同じだぞ。いつもの通り扉も窓も内側から施錠されていた。いかなるイカ様も細工もなく、そして
Of
隠
course,
された
all this
夏
again.
日自身の鍵はジョージのポケットに入って室内にあとは5本のマスターキーしかないが、それはついでに言おう。その客間も同じよ。本来の客間の鍵は使用人室に封印されている。
あ
だからマスターキー以外では解錠不能。部屋の密室定義もいつもに同じよ。おいおい、容疑者は
Of course, he definitely did this on
もう一人
purpose.
しかいねえぜ。それでもまだかまととぶんのかよ。後ろ宮バトラー。
Oh, this man of Umineko shit going down.
てめえも黙ってろ。
Com'è bello avere la famiglia riunita a cena. The quote from the dinner of Shrek 2 is the best right now. Ah, beautiful
Yeah.
to have all the family at dinner together. Yes.
黙るのはあなたの方でしょう。あなた以外にどうやってその手紙を置けたというの。それが証明できない限りあなたは狼なのよ。
俺が疑えるってんならあんただって疑えるぜ。最初に部屋に入って戸締まりの確認だのを始めたのはローザおばさんじゃねえかよ。そして俺の座っていた場所に再び俺が戻るだろうことを、これはあんたの罠だって疑うこともできるんだぜ。
どうして私がそんな罠を。私が狼ならこの銃で問答無用で撃ってるわよ。
そんなのじゃ理由にならねえな。マリアの目の前で殺人ができねえから、うまく罠にかけようって回りくどいことしてるかもしれねえじゃねえか。
Cena con delitto prossimamente. Dalle 20 fino a quando Beatrice non ci tutti quanti. Yes, exactly. Dinner with a murder. Starting from
But it's
20
Umineko.
until Beatrice kills everyone.
It's gonna last 2 days though.
Yeah,
That's the catch. 2 days straight.
マスターキーは全て
it's gonna be a very long dinner.
ならここもさっきも全部あんたの仕業じゃねえかよ。言い逃れできるってんなら言い訳を聞かせてみろよ。そうさ、ローザおばさんは最初から怪しいんだ。なんで親族会議の大人たちが6人殺されたのにローザおばさんだけがなんでローザおばさんだけがあの礼拝堂にいなかったんだ。一つしか理由がねえよ。ローザおばさんが親父たちをあそこに招いて殺したんだ。
This is exactly what Beatrice wanted to happen.
くそくそ。
Yes.
それで全部説明がつくじゃねえかよ。ふざけんじゃねえ、ふざけんじゃね
He said this dinner in a grandma's house. The way it actually is the true. True. True.
え。わけのわかんねえことを言うんじゃね
Even better, during the festivities. Yes.
魔法でやったんだもん。
No one listened to the one that actually knows things.
誰も悪くない。
Maya trusts herself in between Aunt Rosa and me as the blood started rising to our heads. I was thinking about Maria's crying voice and returned to my senses. I had acted shamefully just now. My eyes filled with tears.
そうなんだ、全部。魔女のせいだったんじゃ
Oh
ないか。
yeah. No. Oh yeah. No.
鍵がどうこうとか、
What?
トリックだのアリバイだの。
No. It's the
全
witch's
部
fault.
あ
俺が仕方んだ。
I will always deny. No, it's the witch's fault.
魔女の仕業なのに、俺たちは同じ人間同士を信じ合うこともできなくて。なあ、ローザおばさん。人間の犯人なんて最初からいなかったんだ。だから、ローザおばさんが犯人のわけがないし、俺やマリアだって。そして、ゲンジさんだって他のみんなどうしてこんなことに。俺はどうして。大好きだったローザおばさんとこんなことの隣り合いをしてるんだよ。優しくって。大好きだったおばさんと、どうしてこんな罵り合いをしてるんだよ。なんでみんなで疑い合わなくちゃならねん。おばさんを疑ってなんかいないんだ。誰も疑ってなんかないんだ。全部魔女の仕業だったんだ。ベアトリーチェの仕業だったんだ。全部ベアトリーチェが魔法で行った事件。
Oh, now the one inside the game is surrendering, basically.
ベアトリーチェ頼むから。そして自分が全てやったと俺たちに告白してくれよ。もうごめんだ。こんな疑り合いはごめんなんだ。だから俺たちを許してくれ。解放してくれ。互いの死を見届け合うまで疑り合わなきゃならない地獄から解放してくれ。俺に優しい親戚たちを、いとこたちを。もう嫌だ、全部嫌だ。お前は確かに実在する。姿を見せてくれよ。ベアトリーチェ。
Oh, do you want to take Kinzo's place, Butler?
He's training.
ベアトリーチェ。
Sorry. The butler.
It's a good try. I would say 9 out of 10.
Yes.
That's proof enough, isn't it, Shiromiya? Oh, Kinzo.
ているのか。
Yep. Apparently, some time ago, Kinzo fell into a doze. Searched for his spectacles and looked at the clock. It was 10 p.m.
あやつの儀式はあって、どこ時間的にはもうだいぶ進んでいなくてはならぬ頃だ。
It must have come quite far by this time. Okay, no. I thought it was say I must have come quite far this time. Okay. I was like, I thought it was gonna be something about him knowing the fact that there's a loop. Kinzo lifts his heavy body from the chair and approached the portrait of the witch that he had gazed at every day.
ベアトリーチェ、もうじきお前の微笑みに再会できる。死んでもいい。お前の微笑みがもう一度見られるならこの命は惜しくない。だから交渉だ、お前にもう一度会わせてくれ。そして愛を誓わせておくれ。私の罪を謝らせておくれ。ああ、だが逃がさん。お前は私のものだ。髪の毛の一本からつま先まで爪の赤すらも私のものなのだ。
Calm down, Kinzo. Or you're gonna die before you actually meet her.
お前の肉一片までも全て私のもので、その亡骸の煮汁まで私のものなのだ。逃がさん。今度こそこの手からこぼさん。お前を永遠に私のものにしてやるぞ。二度と逃がすものか。二度と逃がすものか。
Did she run away from him?
Apparently.
Kinzo howled in rage and suddenly fell into his knees as he shook and scratched at the wall. In an instant, he started sobbing.
違う。私が言いたいのはこんなことじゃないんだ。ベアトリーチェ。頼む。もう一度会わせてくれ。謝らせてくれるだけでいい。ベアトリーチェ。
Man, okay.
お前が愛しい恋しい。私が間違っていた。
And then he wondered why he should have fucked up in the end.
お前が微笑んでさえくれれば他には何もいらなかった。私が間違えた。私がそれを間違えて。
Kinzo, what have you done?
取り返しのつかないことをしてしまった。その償いに残りの全ての人生をお前に詫びるために、私の罪を償うために全て捧げた。頼む。私の死の際でせめてお前に一言謝らせて。
Okay, this definitely has something to do with something about with the stuff Beatrice said earlier. So definitely.
ベアトリーチェ。
Could it be? Could it be that before his actual wife, Kinzo met Beatrice, was supposedly to have a relationship with her, but then we went the another girl that then became the wife, the grandmother. or something like that. I don't know.
Steven answers.
Definitely. As Kinzo shook and cried, Brattleby appeared out of nowhere, behind his small back, like a flake of gold leaf, and softly descended. You fool, Kinzo. You think any woman out there would fall for a man's tears? Well, even if it wouldn't make a human woman fall for you, it might do the trick for a woman who is not a human. This is a tongue twister.
Yes.
Kinzo, you remember? The game of chess you played with me, which is still ongoing. Kinzo, as though he had suddenly remembered something, approached the chess set. It was as it had been during the game he played with Nanjo until yesterday. After knocking all the pieces off the chessboard, he began to line them up again one by one. It was set up for an ongoing game.
そうだ。こうだ。私はクイーンをすすとても良い名手だった。お前には少々きつすぎるかもしれん。お前は駒を見捨てるか見捨てないかに悩み、ずっと悩み。
Kinzo waited with the opposite seat empty. Surely, very soon his opponent would appear there, and he would be able to restart this game again. I don't think so. You fool, Kinzo. You want to apologize? You want to see my face again? You want to make me smile? An eternal thing? Why can't you say a much, much simpler world? Even though that is the sole element of this world. At that time, Kinzo muttered. Was it a prayer? An entreaty? Was probably best just to call it muttering. Oh. They were pure words, like something an innocent child would say, without any evil intent. Real a fool, Kinzo. If you ever have the chance to do your life over again, know that those words will never cause a woman to fall for you. That's right, not unless a miracle happens. That's what makes this. At that moment, Kinzo definitely heard a small knock, one with a tempo that differed from those of the servants. The woman beyond the door didn't answer. The woman beyond the door didn't answer. Finally? It's actually gonna happen? The woman beyond the door answered. On the ninth twilight the wish shall revive, and none shall be left alive. We're not gonna see that. Damn it.
How ready are you?
Don't know. Not enough, probably. Butler's figure was in the dining hall. He didn't feel like going back to the guest house in the middle of this rain, and he wandered outwardly around the mansion in search for any place where he could see it, before setting up camp in the dining hall. He didn't even lock the door. He thought the shapeless murderer, or maybe the Golden Witch, might come to kill him now that he was isolated. Good old time with Beatrice tonight. Yep. But he no longer had any desire to resist. He didn't feel like using a locked door to hold off the culprit. He wanted that person to come at him openly from the front. If it was the killer, he wanted to ask them about some of those wonderful closed room tricks as a parting gift. If it was the witch, he'd hope she'd at least take his life with some spectacular magic. However, ironically, neither of these two can meet him. Butler opened a liquor cabinet on his own and enjoyed the liquor to his heart content. No longer was there anyone to scold him for drinking alcohol. He boldly rested his leg on the extravagant tablecloth and savored the high-quality liquor, which probably had a mind-boggling price, drinking it down straight from the bottle. Then someone knocked. Martin still realized that someone had finally come to greet him.
おー、鍵なんかかかって誰でも入ってきてくれ。そして自己紹介を頼むぜ。人間なら名前を名乗ってくれ。ベアトリーチェだってんなら3サイズを教えてくれ。
He said 3 sizes though, not bust.
Yes. But the,
それ
I
はこう見え
think
ても
It's one of the
ちょいと
three.
知られたおっぱいソムリエなんだぜ。
that's
okay.
translated correctly.
The breast sommelier.
源氏でございます。バトラ様。
源氏さんか。悪いが、あんたのバストのサイズに興味はねえな。入ってくれよ。空いてるぜ。
失礼いたします。
Genji opened the door and bowed. So, is Genji the criminal after all, or maybe an accomplice? That hero would probably explain most of the tricks.
あんたが俺に引導を渡しに来たのかい。
Can't you give me your 3 measures? It's the same. It doesn't matter. Okay, I mean, at this point.
そのようなことはお邪魔なようでしたら失礼。
おいおい、要件も伝えず失礼しますじゃ。帰って気も何の用だよ。
I'll just say
最
anyway.
後から
Okay.
好きにさせてくれ。
バトラ様はそのように怠惰に過ごされることをお望みですか。
Those words pierced me. That wasn't true.
今さら何ができるってんだ。俺はいつだって死ぬ準備はできてるぜ。
親方様と同じですな。
Oh,
本当にあなたは親方様の血を色濃く受け継がれている。
あの豪傑なじい様が実はいつ死んでもいいと思ってたってのか。それは初耳だぜ。
親方様の人生はいくつかの悲しい出来事の末、すべて食材のためのものとなり果てたのです。
あんたは何を知っているんだ。
everything probably.
ベアトリーチェ様の儀式も第8の晩までをすべて終えました。もうすべてをお話ししてもよいかと思います。
なんだって。
My darkness was completely blown away. I rolled my feet from the table and listened carefully to hear what Genji would say next.
バトラ様、親方様の書斎へ親方様たちに直接お話を
Oh, they're both there.
よろしい。
じい様たち。おい、それは一体どういう。
さあ、こちらへご案内申し上げる。バトラ様。
After Genji-san told me to follow him, he started to walk down the corridor. I threw my darkness off completely and went after him. We climbed a big staircase toward the 3rd floor. Genji stopped walking halfway, then turned back and spoke.
バトラ様、これよりバトラス、理解できぬものを見るでしょう。
脅すなよ。理解できねえもんなら今日嫌になるほど見てるぜ。
Real.
見えるものを見える。
Is this new?
Oops. Yes.
Still understandable.
聞こえるものを聞こえるがままに受け入れてください。なぜ、何も必要ありません。バトラ様はただ真実を知ることになるで、それをお認めになるか、あるいは否定されるかも。すべて。
Where did Rosa go? And Maria as well.
Maria and Rosa are still locked up in the parlor, I think.
Ah, true. Day twilight had already ended. On the ninth twilight, the witch would revive, and nobody would be left alive. It meant that Beatrice had already been revived, and it probably also meant that none of us would be allowed to return alive. If I was going to lose my life anyway, I wanted to know the truth in the end. It didn't matter how hard it might be to accept.
鬼が出ようと魔女が出ようと覚
本当にあなたは親方様の若き頃にそっくりだ。バトラ様、どうかご勉学にお励みを。あなたは将来必ずや大きな志を持たれるでしょう。
Oh, could it be that the entire time is the actual that could be the actual how can I say, the one that could actually inherit Kinzo's fortune, because he's the one that's most similar to him. I could see that. Also, he's the protagonist, so yeah.
そしてその時、足りぬ学力に一生後悔されることがありませんよ。
勉学に勤しめる機会がもらえるならぜひな。
Oh, Tori! Hi! Thank you for the raid.
Hi.
The notification that didn't appear on the screen for some reason. But yeah, Umineko, hello everyone. Welcome.
Hi.
Let me give you a shout out. Hi! Hello everyone. I'm Pixelbeat, if you don't know me. And this one up here is my friend Ofi. We are playing Umineko. It's a series that we're going, this has been going for a while. This is the end of chapter 2. You're just in time to see that. And thank you, everyone.
If you like amazing soundtrack, you're in for a ride.
Yeah, apparently everyone knows Umineko. Everyone from Tori knows Umineko. Oh shit, it's this one. Yes.
Yes,
It's like the third person saying, oh, Umineko. Oh shit, it's this one. So yeah.
Umineko gang, let's go.
Umineko gang. It's my first time playing, and Ofi here is the expert. So yeah. That's why I'm playing it with her.
I fangirled too much to Pixel and he wanted to play.
Yes, exactly.
Just remember, the anime never got around to the visual novel. I highly recommend the visual novel if you got the time. I know it's really long. The anime is not too bad, but you're missing the entire second arc. And I really, really recommend the second arc. It's so great.
Yep. That's what she says, at least. I trust her. By the way, let's continue, because we are basically at the end of chapter 2.
You're going to see it for yourself.
Kenji-san's silence felt like it was further confirming a certain resigned feeling I had. And then, the door to grandfather's study, surrounded by a sweet smell, came into sight. Oh, it's the alcohol, probably. Kenji-san took a gold key with an elegant design out from this pocket. The master key has been confiscated by Aunt Rosa. Oh, thank you. Thank you for the hydrate, Tori. The master key has been... but he kept the keys to do alone on his person. Yes, I added the cooldown. So you cannot spam that. Also high. I just drank.
Nice.
Put the key, he put it in the keyhole and made a heavy clunking sound.
親方様、源氏です。バトラ様をお連れいたしました。
There was no reply, but it seemed that the permission to go inside had been given.
さあ、バトラ様、どうぞ。お入り。
入るぜ。
I readied myself and threw the door open. At that moment, I got slightly disoriented by the dazzling golden glow. It was unbelievably a swarm of butterflies that shone gold. The gold butterflies that completely filled the inside of the study poured out all at once. Oh,
なんだ
Valser.
He's also new.
こりゃあ
It was almost like golden leaf confetti. The interior grandfather's study was filled with a golden glow. And on a sofa, like a reception chair in front of the study desk, I could see grandfather's back. There was someone on the opposite side from grandfather. It was in shadow, so I couldn't see it well.
親方様、バトラ様をお連れしました。
バトラか。今思考が忙しい。しばし沈黙せよ。
Kinzo declared that unhappily. Kinzo declared that unhappily, his back still turned. He said that he was enjoying a chess game with a visitor. She is vibing.
Oh my god, I just remember another scene where this soundtrack plays. Ah! I'm sorry.
No, it's okay.
I love this game.
It's totally okay. Kinzo seemed to be enjoying himself as he thought deeply, while occasionally laughing and groaning.
30年考えた。この一手をどう切り返すか。
There she is.
30年を寝かせた我が一手を楽しめ。
誠にこの一手は味わい深き熟成された一手よ。
Kinzo is the happiest man on earth right now. In the entire earth right now.
楽しい楽しい
Very sane Kinzo, as always.
かなわぬかなわぬ
これはなんだってんだ。
来たかバトラ。しばらく待て。金蔵のために沈黙を。まだリザインは早いぞ、金蔵。わらわならもう数手は切り返せる。
Yep. It should have been my first meeting with that witch. However, I knew this witch. Even though it was our first time meeting, I knew her from the portrait.
源氏、バトラのために飲み物をこの男によりふさわしきやつは何か
He was drinking until 2 seconds ago.
親方様が愛されている。いつものあれ。
それが良いぞ。振る舞ってやれ。よくぞ来たな。後ろ宮バトラ。まずは座れ。そなたはわらわの名を何度も呼んだな。
Yep.
それに免じ、わらわとの面会を許した。そしてお前は何を尋ねるのか。黄金鏡の扉はもうじき魔女たちを迎え入れてのわらわの復活を祝う宴はもうじきだぞ。それまでの間、お前の問いにいくらでも答えてやろう。
聞きてえことは山ほどある。この島で何が起こった、そしてどうしてこんな事件が起こった、密室についても聞きたい。礼拝堂は、ジェシカの部屋は、シオニッサ、夏代おばさんの部屋は、そして客場は。聞きたいことはまだまだある。魔女の正体は、本当にベアトリーチは魔女なのか。何が目的だ。俺たちに何をさせたい。俺をなぜここへ呼んだんだ。答えろ、すべてだ。
Wow, okay. Very decisive. Very prepared.
問えば答えは変えるのか。
そういうな金蔵、もろく儚い蜘蛛の巣もヘロデの王から守ってくれることもある。この世に無駄なものなどないように、無駄な質問もまたない。よいよい、すべての質問に答えようぞ。ただし条件、
なんだ。
すべてを聞き、わらわの存在に納得できた。ひざまずき。
Oh, again with this. Okay.
Yep.
お前を
really wants him
させたくて。
She really wants that. I see.
つけたのだから。 わらわと金蔵は金蔵が次の手をひらめくのと、わらわがそなたを屈服させるのと、負ける気はせぬぞ。
でけえ口をああ、いいぜ。俺を納得させてみろよ。お前が間違いなく魔女様で。不思議で素敵な大魔法を使えるって
Okay,
ことを
the thing is still
納得
going
さ
on,
せてみろよ。
but it's gonna be a thing inside a thing.
屈服したなら、キスでも何でもくれてやる。
Which cackled gurglingly. Then she
Butler.
glared at him unpleasantly with eyes that said a man can't go back on his word.
よくぞ言ったさて、どの問いから答え、すべて答えるぞ。さあ、まずは何からだ。
Of course, they're not gonna show you.
Yeah, of course. Of course. Have I played I.O. or Demon Bane? No, I don't know any of those two things. And then the witch started to tell everything. She began answering all of Butler's questions. Everything made sense. He was convinced by all of it, and then Butler had no choice but to admit it. The witch certainly did exist. Exist is a losing quote, though. What followed is a story that needs no retelling. When the king falls and you are defeated, it's time to start reflecting on your finished game. And then all you can do is set up the pieces one more time. This one, it sounds very beautiful. It sounds like a real version. Second game, Turn of the Golden Witch result. Shiromiya Chaos died on the first twilight, chosen by the key of the Golden Land and offered up as a sacrifice. Same thing for Natsuhi, Eva, Hideyoshi, Rudolph, and Kiryu is missing. Yes. Shiromiya Jessica died in the second twilight, pierced through the back by the stake of Asmodeus. Servant Kanon died on the second twilight, pierced through the chest by the stake of Satan. Servant Shannon died on the fourth twilight, forehead gouged by the stake of Mammon. Servant God died on the first twilight, chest gouged by the stake of Beelzebub. George, sixth twilight, gouged by the stake of Lucifer. Dr. Nanjo, seventh twilight, stake of Belphegor. Kumasawa, eighth twilight, stake of Leviathan. The witch Beatrice revived on the ninth twilight. She finally opened the door to the Golden Land. Ushiromiya Kinzo, missing on the 10th twilight. After he acknowledged the existence of the witch and prostrated himself, the witch invited him to the Golden Land. Rosa, the witch did not invite this woman, who denied the witch's existence, to the Golden Land. Maria, after she acknowledged the existence of the witch and prostrated to herself, the witch invited her to the Golden Land. Genji, also in the Golden Land. Butler, will he acknowledge the witch existence and be invited to the Golden Land? Okay, we don't know, gonna know. We shall praise the wise and bestow the four treasures in the Golden Land. There they chose to revive the dead souls and the love that was lost. After all, it was their desire had been a mountain of gold of any side, they would not have been able to receive it. Kinzo chose the person he had loved and lost. Maria chose the lost love of her mother. Genji chose a peaceful sleep. Die, probably. Sleep peacefully, Beatrice. Let nothing disturb your slumber ever again. The winner is the Golden Witch Beatrice, because time ran out before any of the 18 could solve the riddle of the gold. All 18 died. When the seagull cried, no one were left alive. That's one Black Family history. Yeah, I mean, You should have said it. You should have seen that in the beginning. It didn't start very well. Didn't start very well. Let me tell you. Everyone needed a lot of money right now.
Right now.
And they were ready to kill each other for that. So, you know, perfect family. Midnight, of course. 1 minute to midnight.
Oh, come on, that one scene.
どこなの？ベアトリーチェ、姿を見せなさい。
She's still there?
ベアトリーチェ。
She denied the witch's existence, right?
Rosa finally arrived at the chapel. She pointed the gun around there, screaming the witch's name, but there was no way she would receive an answer. After grimacing slightly, she suddenly approached the table where the sibling corpses still lay exposed, and stretched out her arms toward a gold ingot. It was very heavy, but Rosa didn't mind. She wrapped that one up in a blanket and threw it over her shoulder. Oh, still with the money?
She's still in the gold.
The good music, yes. Is Beatrice messing up around him. Definitely go over gun, Rosa picked up the gold as well. Her shoulders were screaming, but Rosa didn't mind.
もうすぐだね。もうすぐ黄金鏡の扉が開く。
その気持ち悪い声で笑うのをやめなさい。ベアトリーチェはどこにいる？ええ、分かってるわ。
We don't know this best playlist.
あなたは知ってるんでしょ？どこ？
知らない。探さなくても黄金鏡で会えるよ。
You hate Rosa so much. Oh, yeah. She hates Rosa so much. Yep.
その笑いをやめなさい。私が笑いたいくらいよ。そうね。あれは間違いなく魔女だったわ。間違いなく私は分かってなかった。魔女を名乗る人間だと信じてた。
Oh, so now she believes that?
あれは本当に魔女だった。いるんでしょ？
Nope. Okay.
出てきなさい。ベアトリーチェ。
Everyone's screaming her name. Must be a family thing.
だからもうすぐ現れるよ。
I mean, I would like you to grow up in a place where your father just screams Beatrice.
Nothing to say. About that, I have nothing to argue. Nothing to argue in that case. Also, she got the laugh sound. Maria got the laugh sound as Beatrice, but like a smaller one.
黄金鏡の扉が開かれるよ。
I have to get a cat and name them Beatrice so it can scream it also. Of course.
そうだ。それでよかったの。構わぬ。ルークを捨てるぞ。持てるものすべてを失う覚悟がなければ至ることもできぬキングが追い詰めるぞ。ベアトリーチェ。
As I said earlier, very sane, Kinzo. Very sane indeed.
せめてクイーンと言え。ほう、なかなかに妙手。諦めの悪さがそなたの。いや、後ろ宮の地下。
心地よ、実に優雅な。
親方様、ベアトリー
He
チェ様、
is still with his face.
そろそろ宴の時間でございます。
もうか早い。お前と過ごす夜はいつも早く。月がリンゴのように落ち、川面より跳ねる小魚のように日が昇るのだ。
行こうではないか。時間だ。立て。バトラ。わらわの復活を祝う宴の始まりだ。わらわの新しい家
Oh,
具。いや、
I see.
玩具として紹介しようぞ。
Oh no, what a twisted fate.
No, no.
Oh no.
Exactly what happened
俺
before.
キレキの魔女たち。
The witch was relaxing elegantly, her feet thrown out from the sofa and resting on top of a footrest. However, the foot wasn't part of the sofa, but oh, it's Butler. A human down on all fours.
ベアトリーチェ様、お召し替えのドレスでございます。
主賓はお前だが、ホストは私は先に着付けの手伝いにシャノンでもおればよかったが、あいにく残れなかったようだな。
Shock.
使いたい時にいつもおらぬ。つくづく使えんやつよ。しかし、
Well,
お前は
she is not really alive right now, so
嬉しいぞ、我が友よ。
我が友よ。
ありがたいお言葉です。
よい、二人とも先に下で待て。源氏、ご苦労。そのドレスはそこへ置いていけ。
かしこまりました。それでは親方様。
我らは先に行こう、ベアトリーチェ。後ほどな。
うん。
Kitten and Genji left the study. After the witch and the dress and the furniture remained.
なぜわらわがそなたに肌を見せることを恥じぬかわかるか。そなたは家具わかるか。家具だよ、家具に体を晒して恥じる者がどこにいる。だからお前にわらわは恥じる必要がない。
The witch rose and her jacket slipped off just from her shoulders. After that, the jacket fell to the ground with a thump. When the furniture respectfully approached to pick up those clothes, the witch gave it a small kick and fell it over. The furniture was afraid of what Miss Kanon might have shown.
そなたは家具の分際でわらわに自らボタンを外させるつもりなのか。立て。そしてこのボタンを
Oh
外せ。
no!
一つずつ早く美しく粗相なく客人たちを待たせてしまうぞ。早く。丁寧に外すのだぞ。そなたの目玉一つよりも高価なボタンであるぞ。間違ってちぎるようなことがあったなら、代わりにそなたの目玉を縫い付けてやる。
beautiful jacket like that. I can imagine.
Maybe not for a witch.
The entrance hall was bustling with a crowd of shadowy people, in sparkly gold with a gold butterfly flying around. The gentlemen in suit and tuxedos and the ladies dressed looked like they were having a great number of friendly chats. At a glance, it might have looked like a fabulous medieval ball. But they all had one thing in common, and that thing was exceedingly bizarre. Because all of them had goat heads. Was it a goat masquerade? Or did they really have goat heads? Oh boy, here we go, what do you mean? It probably couldn't be the latter, but in this bizarre world, I really didn't know which was true. Kinzo was amongst those goat nobles, greeting them. Kinzo greeting were more respectful than would have been expected, as though these were all honored guests. At that time, Genji's voice rang out through the hall. It was a voice calling for silence. The voice stopped the idle chatter, and everyone turned to face Genji.
今宵復活を遂げましたる我らが黄金の魔女ベアトリーチェ卿のご入場でございます。皆様 拍手をもってどうかお迎えください。
When Genji began to applaud, it quickly spread to the guests and became a roaring ovation. Oh, she had a normal dress. Okay. Then the Golden Witch appeared from the top of the large staircase. As she graciously waved her hand, followed by a piece of furniture she was fond of, she slowly descended the staircase.
If you're wondering, that's the scene in the anime where Butler is naked. Completely
okay.
naked. Here.
The god nobles offer unanimous words of celebration in some long-forgotten language. And those who were deeply intimate embraced, filled with joy at the reunion. The witch offered greetings of reunion. The witch's furniture followed behind her the whole time. There was a chain around his neck. The Orion was gripping the witch's hand like it was a trained dog. It wasn't there to restrain him. Those chains was a restraining device whose only purpose was to wound the furniture's dignity. It wasn't permitted to wear anything else on his body.
There we go.
One of the young woman's goats mixed in with the goat nobles quietly removed their ghost masks. Oh, so those are masks. As the furniture passed in front of her, and she spoke with her eyes that had no light in them. That face seemed to belong to a long-haired young girl. Yeah, she's Burn Castle. Oh!
Oh my god! Okay,
there's an
I told
actual
you,
image.
I played a different version.
Yeah.
Oh, ベルンカステル卿。これはようこそパラワの家具を気に入られたか？
いい趣味ね。
That's a nice hobby. What do you mean? Good old times with the other region. Yep. After saying only that, the witch called Burn Castle once again, put on her goat mask, and was swallowed up by the shadow of the other tall goats.
負け惜しみを悔しがってるのよ。
違いない。
Oh, it was a random voice, okay. Yeah, no, TOS is fine. You didn't actually see anything. The young woman got giggled, and the witch once again let out a high-pitched laugh.
今宵はわらわのためによく集まって久々に古今東西の旧友たちが集う魔女の宴を存分に楽しもうではないか。さあ、今宵を食い明かし、飲み明かし、すすり明かし、食いちぎり明かして、とことん楽しもうではないか。時計を見よ。終わりの時間と始まりの時間が溶け合う魔女の宴を始めよう。
When the witch announced the beginning of the banquet, the large clock pointed to 20 midnight. And the sound of the bell began to ring out.
さあ、今こそ黄金の扉を開こうぞ。
And it's gonna end like that, right? All at once, the butterfly leaf in gold flew all around the inside of the room. Amidst the golden storm and the brilliant gold coral light, the barrier between this world and another was cut open. Surrounded by the god's lighted voices, the dimension of the human world and the dimension of those not human overlapped. And the member of the household who praised the resurrection of the golden witch scattered into gold butterflies. And poured out of the depth of the deepest depth of hell. It was a golden tornado, a rondo of golden demons. Come, tonight we will put aside rank, throw open the wine cellar, drop the snake's head into the liquor pot, throw cows and chickens into the furnace alive, drink and eat and sing and dance, sneer and kill and desecrate and degrade. Of course.
今こそ私を黄金
Gonzo has only one way of speaking, and it's this one. Kinzo has only one way of speaking, it's this one. The good nobles were suddenly crushing around Kinzo. Not like they were kids demanding a signature or some famous movie star. There were only two differences. First, these were witches, not kids. And second, what this witcher demanded was not a signature. The sea of god nobles began to drown Kinzo. Only Kinzo's laughing voice echoed through the area. Oh! Oh, okay, I didn't expect that. It was a grand mixture of laughter and his death throes. And Kinzo became wine and meat and bread. An aroma of slurp, a rich taste it note, a pleasant to tear to beats. The sound of his death throes linger on sweetly. Or we could kill the switch, which skip several chapters. The sound of his death throws linger on sweetly, and if adorned with melted chocolate and golden argent, it would make a wonderful dessert. If you took the bones home, you could also use them in soup. And the remains could even become toys for the children to play with. And they could also become splendid tools for fortune telling that always brought misfortune. Yay!
Yay!
Fun for all the family! The
Yeah.
entire scene was watched by the furniture. It was all fantastical, it was all demonic. Was the quaking of its supposedly paralyzed heart proof that it could still feel fear? At that time, it knees buckled, and the furniture body fell down in the middle of the carpet. After all, the witch had kicked those knees from behind.
ひざまずき敬意を示額を絨毯にこすりつけて己神の癒しさを示す両手を後ろで組み血肉のすべてをわらわに捧げることを
Furniture let out a painful voice. Fear is the most basic emotion humans have. Was that emotion reviving the sense of self, which should already have been slain?
まだまだわらわの家具にはふさわしくよいじっくりそなたをわらわ好みにそしてわらわにのみふさわしい家具に仕上げて今のそなたにできるのはせいぜい客人の方々を楽しませることくらいか
Both nobles were surrounded a crouching figure. It seemed their blazing blood-red eyes couldn't hide their ecstasies at the new young food they'd been given. And from the ugly teeth that stuck out of countless mouths, saliva, or maybe the traces of meat and wine that they just had eaten, dribbled down. Man, this is horrifying. As the furniture let out a wild scream, it retreated, still sitting on its backside. But the circle of growth nobles was closing in. Then the furniture looked at the witch's face. They surrendered to the witch, so believing that the witch would show some compassion, it started at her face in the end. But there was nothing but scorn on the witch's face, and she wasn't even facing the furniture anymore. The witch went up to greet an honored guest with whom she had crossed his gazes. The good noble looked down upon the furniture. Actually, they'd been waiting. Just like how one must remove the cork in order to drink champagne, they had to wait for one thing to before partaking of the offering served at this banquet. Of course, the furniture didn't know about this thing, but it came out on its mouth all by itself. Just like the normal pop of a cork, it immediately came out of his mouth. Oh, a scream, that's what I were... Compassion? Ha! It was a scream. It was a sign that marked the beginning of the modest banquet at which he had to be served. Yay! Oh well, what a beautiful ending for this chapter.
Oh.
Oh, it's not
Ending?
over yet. Okay.
Do you want me to read this part?
I
Or do you want to
can
read?
read if you want.
It's okay. Go.
By now, the garden was one of both roses and gold. A gold coral garden where gold butterflies, gold fairies, and gold lizards rampaged and flew about wildly.
マリア早く走って早く早く
Rosa grasped her gun and the blanket wrapped around the ingot, and ran at a speed Maria could match, sometimes pausing to call out at Maria to run faster. So she saw it every time. She saw the golden pursuer chasing them from the mansion. The mass of gold butterflies was chasing after them like a massive crawling hand, and strange-looking shadow with goat's head were chasing after them. There was no need for her to strain her eyes, because those blazing pupils told her what would have happened if she was captured. Maria fell down. For just an instant, Rose was ashamed by the thought of abandoning her daughter and running away, and the instant her feet touched the ground, she ran back. The goat head that had sprinted over to get the first bite grabbed hold of the back of Rosa's own child hair and pulled. Rosa aimed into her goat head with her shoulder, spun, bashed the back of her elbow into the goat's jaw, and buried her knee into his protruding chest. And she thrust the barrel of her gun inside the ghost's head mouth as it doubled over from the pain in its guts.
私の目の前でマリアに指一本触れて元来た地獄が生ぬるかったことを教えてやるよ
Only I can slap my daughter. The blast from the Winchester 455 caliber long cold bullet exploded inside the god's head throat, and its medulla oblongata was instantly pulverized.
Let's go.
The god head hadn't understood. It had thought women were like pre-opened white bottles. It had thought that turning them upside down would immediately make their deep red contents come out. Maria had been released, hugged Rosa. When the pursuers were still coming, they could see the giant goat heads, which had given up pretending to be human, running towards them from across those bushes. Rosa spilled several extra bullets which has been in the pocket of her coat all over the place, and told Maria to pick them up.
Maria
We just wait almost get moved to that.
ママがもし倒れたら
I was thinking that Maria was safe for the entire time. Apparently she's not.
あなたは走りなさい
Yeah, no, it's just the soundtrack is too good, and also welcome to the only part of the game where Rosa kinda seems like a decent human being.
海岸へ行く
I see.
そして泳いで泳いで泳ぎなさいこの島のどこにも生き延びることのできる場所はないやだママと一緒
Rosa's gun roared 4 times. You were being seen. The goat runs with a violent vigor, as though they planned to crush Rosa and Maria with those massive bodies.
弾を入れて早く
Rosa grasped the blanket with her ingot in both hands, and she herself sprinted, pulling it along, without even an ounce of fear of those strange-looking giants. Please to protect my daughter, I'll overcome even hell.
見せてやるよ黄金の夢ってやつを
Oh, Rosa roared. The goat heads roared. The Charlie heavy iron got after picking up a fearsome centrifugal force and speed, slamming to the head of it. Oh, good idea. Rosa pulled a fountain pen from her pocket, but she held it crooked. She placed it in her palm, in the gap between her middle finger and her ring finger, so that it stuck out when it made a fizz, almost like a sting. Ah, okay, I see. The sting is likely to hit the left eye of the goat head as it fell over. Was the goat head Rora's skin? But Rosa were different. She pulled back her fist and slammed into the fountain pen that was still sticking out into the goat's eye. The pointed tip was gouging to the nips, oh man, of his head. When Rosa grabbed the gun Maria had thrown, the giant finally tumbled on the ground with a thunderous crash. However, at the same time, I saw the goat had pursued on the other side of those rose bushes increased in number. I've gained enough distance for now. I held onto the blanket wrapped around the angle and the gun, and once again ran with Maria. Why am I running with the gun in my right hand and the gold in my left? Why not let go the one hand and grasp Maria's hand? I can't let go of the gun that protects my body. I can't let go of the gold that protects my future. But even so, I've let go of the hand of my daughter. The one who is my future. Run, run, run. She got out of the roses garden and began to run down a staircase through a grove of trees. But Rosa knew. This path through the grove turned and twisted many times, and only seemed to be long. She tore straight through it. She cut through it. She had played here often since childhood years, so she knew. To the beach, to the beach, to the sea, to the sea. And after reaching the sea, nothing to do but swim. Swim, swim, and if Maria can't swim, I'll carry her as a swim. There's nothing but that on this island. You want to swim with a heavy gold goat on you? As she raced down the stairs, she took a bad step. A violent pain ran up her left ankle, and her mind went completely blank. Rosa fell down several stairs, shocked by her ankle, which was bent at an odd angle. And the blanket with the ingot wasn't there. She had let go of it the instant she fell, and it disappeared somewhere into the darkness. Only the gun was left. Tremors in the air were getting closer. It was only a matter of time before the goat had floated in. She didn't want to imagine how many there would be. I didn't read that. Or how strange they would look. The light dancing gold pursuers arrived. The gold battle surrounded Rosa and Maria, waving and clamoring as though saying, "The prize is here, the prize is here." Rosa couldn't even try to get up. The violent pain from her broken ankle was so great that she couldn't ignore it, even in her last moments. What am I doing? I had the gold, which would have been worth 7 million yen. Wouldn't have been able to start over with that. And I fell. I lost it. And now my own life is in danger, and Maria's too. What has my life been? I was born into an incomprehensible family, with everything other seamless since the day I was born. What did I do? No matter what I did or didn't do, I was always troubled and bullied and made fun of. What has my life been? The roar inside Rosa's heart fizzled away and disappeared. It disappeared when she heard Maria's crying voice as she sobbed and clung to Rosa.
ママはちょっと用事を思い出した。先に行っててちょうだい。やだママと一緒がいい。ママが死んじゃ嫌だ。マリアはこんな悪いママでもママと一緒がいいと言ってくれるの。ママと一緒がいい。ママと一緒がいい。あなたのことを一番にしているように見せて、いつもあなたのことを後回しにしてきた。運動会に行った、授業参観に行った。でもいつもママは世間体のことばかりで、こんなママとでもあなたは一緒にいたいと。こんな悪いママなのに。ねえママ、知ってる？世界にママは一人しかいないの。いいママも悪いママも、ただママが一人いたからマリアは世界でたった一人、 そしてママにとってたった一人のマリアになりたい。機嫌が良くて甘やかしたいマリアと邪魔だからいてほしくないマリアは別人じゃないの。マリアもだから怖いママも優しいママも一緒。マリアにはたった一人のママなの。私はなんてバカだった。黄金なんかいらなだ。私はなんてバカなママだったの。
But a little bit too late for that, Rosa. The shadow of the gods covered the sky even more truly than the trees of the forest. The roars blotted out the world with fear. Rosa Lagi Maria readied their gun with one hand.
ずっと一緒よ。ママが迷わないようにずっと一緒に。すぐに会えるよ。ずっと一緒だよ。黄金鏡で会えるよ。そしたら一緒に遊ぶの。狼と羊のパズルでママはまだ1問しか解いてないけどマリアは全部解いちゃったんだよ。だからマリアが出題してあげる。
She bought it as a birthday present, and then had played it with Maria after that first night.
遊ぼうね。約束する。
Those eyes sparkling like red-hot lava looked just like a group of fireflies. They danced closely and attacked.
マリアが込めてくれた銃弾を食らいたいやつから前へ出ろよ。うおー
When the sequel cried, there were no survivors. Well, of course, I was thinking that Maria would have never died in any chapter, honestly.
I'm fine.
Yeah, sure.
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 The Golden Witch is prepared
So-
to give the review in commemoration of your stay. You can find this new feature on the screen. Okay. Oh, it's the,
It's the-
tea party and
yeah,
all of
exactly.
that. Okay,
Exactly.
I see.
So
So,
how was this?
totally not what I expected. Like, at all. At
I
all.
told you.
And also, as I said, I thought that Maria was safe for the entirety of the game. And what the heck also? And I thought Maria was accepted in the Golden Land also, because she accepted Beatrice. But she's not.
Well, the game told you she is,
So
but it also told you that Kinza was accepted.
yeah, but it is completely different than chapter 1 also, the ending.
Yes.
Very, very strange, I'd say. I don't. So chapter 2 is
yes.
gonna be even completely different, the ending, I suppose.
Absolute fucking yes.
Okay.
I don't want to say anything. You know that I love chapter 3.
Of course.
I hope you enjoy. That's it.
I probably will. Definitely will.
Now that I can,
Mm-hmm.
how was the soundtrack? How was World and Dominator?
Oh, 10 out of 10. Absolutely.
I know, right?
Absolutely.
Finally.
Absolutely.
I've been saying this to Pixel ever since I played Omori. And I played Sweetheart and I went like, oh my god, this sounds like Umineko. But I couldn't let him hear Word and Dominator because I wanted him to hear it
Of
from
course,
the actual
of course,
game.
of course.
So I waited and,
And
waited
and waited.
and
And
finally
waited even more.
and Finally, we got here. So they might be similar, right?
To Word and
Valentine.
Valentine. Yes.
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 Ah.
Yes. It is similar.
Man. I'm so happy right now. I know I should be sad, but because stuff happened, but I'm so happy right now.
I mean, you really like this game, and I know. So, well, I think it is kind of late, and we should wrap it up.
Yes.
It is definitely late. Okay, everyone, thank you for being here. Next game is gonna be in 2 days. We're gonna build the Gunpla.
Ooh.
Yep. And probably the G-Quacks. We'll see. I have Trion 3 and G-Quacks, so one of the two. I'll decide on the moment. We are gonna raid Sarania. Thank you everyone for being here. I'll see you guys in a bit in a pixel bit, and have a good night. Bye bye. What's your next stream, Offie?
I haven't decided yet. Maybe Jump King. I'm not too sure.
Okay. Bye bye. Good night.